Welcome in Truth Over Lies Network. We in the building today. It is Wednesday, or no, is it Wednesday? Tuesday? What's today?
Monday.
It's day 13. No, it's day 12. Where we at? Delirium. Yeah.
It's setting in, baby. You see what it is. Nevertheless, delirious or not, we feeling fit, freaking-tastic per usual. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, El Nug Nugs and Le Bonquishas. Welcome to Cart Before the Horse, Truth Over Lies, in affiliation with the Bougie Negro Podcast, and also, as all you Negroes know, in association with Ain't No Fun Once the Rabbits Got the Gun Entertainment. What's going on with you this fine, delirious Monday?
In the big name of Jesus, you hear me?
Yeah, I was a little thrown off. But we're here. I know it's day 12. All right. If y'all ain't keeping up, the 35-day challenge, we still moving.
We ain't going nowhere. Shout out to Cart Before the Horse, SBC, Truth Over Lies Nation, definitely giving us the energy we need to keep going. Whoo, we appreciate y'all. We here. We back like cook crack.
So no matter what channel you watching on, we are simulcasting on the Truth Over Lies and the Cart Before the Horse. Hit the like button. As y'all know, we are over 1,000 subs over here. So we wait for YouTube to do their process so we can get the channel going.
There we go. Last show, y'all complaining to us about y'all K Super Chat. That's the last thing we stop y'all from doing. Soon as YouTube gives the okay, y'all will be able to super chat over the Truth Over Lies channel. Y'all see that merch? Yeah, the Truth Over Lies movement is in full effect, baby. It's my new favorite merch. It's just a coverall. Truth Over Lies. It don't matter the context. Would you take a lie over truth in any context? I like this. This is it right here.
That part. And as Mr. Walker said, the super chat button is not on, but the Cash App is pinned to the top of the chat. Also, shout out to Ebony Dean hitting the Cash App with a 30 ball. She says, love the new channel, Truth Over Lies, salute.
Shout out to our lovely glistening sister. Appreciate you.
Shout out to Ebony Dean.
Straight like that, straight.
So here we go. We got a lot going on today. Y'all see the title, the thumbnail, why ends are crashing out with no end in sight.
It's so bad. Listen here. Shout out to YouTube and doom scrolling. I have become all but obsessed with Judge Flesher Chronicles. Y'all seeing the little geeky, little dweebish judge dude, man. And that's all it is. I'm sitting there and I'll be sending them to Mr. X. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, it's all crash outs. Nug Bonquisha. This is it. They have already had their time via YOLO. I'm on one this evening. Via YOLO, you only live once, hot girl summer, all this stuff. They done effed around. Now guess what they doing? Finding out.
That part.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
And shout out to Lee Turner, gifting the membership at the Cart Before the Horse.
Per usual, brother Lee. Oh, were they doing that name thing again? Come on.
Oh, man, I see. I guess that's over there because the other channel is not.
Interesting.
Here we are. We're here for it. Nonetheless, we see y'all in the chat. So me and Mr. Walker, we're going to get cooking up here for a minute, and we're going to drop the link here in a few. Give us, let us get the show going a little bit, get y'all roused up, and we're going to get cooking.
There we go. And speaking of name changes, PSA going out right now. Shout out to everybody in the Patreon. Just a little FYI. All right. Shout out to our good supporter, C Bonus, I believe it is. But any message y'all get in the Patreon, that is either me or Mr. X. There is no auto responses. So mostly it's me. and I sign off on it. That's not no auto-populated response. I'm sitting there, grab my phone, like, oh, Lee Turner, and I'm typing. So it ain't auto-populated. The accusation is egregious, and I don't appreciate it. Just because I respond fast, want me to ignore y'all? Shoot. But shout out to everybody in the Patreon. And here's another thing. So if you want to make sure Mr. Walker, Mr. Gavin X addresses you as a Mr. or Miss, help us out. Like, make your thing pink, make your emblem pink or something with a flower. Do something. But if you got a name like C, bonus, or bogus, and it's blue, I'm not gonna assume that's a woman. But that's your PSA.
So here we go. Like I said, make sure y'all hit the like button. We're gonna get cooking up. We talking about the YNs crashing out. I mean, some reasons for it, right? We can talk about the single mom rates for starters. No fathers in the home. So that's gonna be something we gonna hit on once we drop the link. We definitely want to talk about that. And not only are the fathers not in the home, but the moms are toxic half the time. So we showed the video the other night. The woman pulled a bat on her son.
There you go. You know what? Half the time you being nice this evening. These single, got to get a context. These single moms bad choice. These women that don't need no man, 99% of them are extremely toxic and violent. Ain't no way around it because they unhinged. They ain't too many dots to connect. And like Mr. X said, it's one thing, for the father to be gone for whatever reason. The kid don't know why, but then the mom demonizing the father, acting like she didn't get knocked up on a one-night stand. Like, tell the whole truth so your kid can grasp exactly how he's brought into this world. Besides, he ain't around. He ain't a no-ish ninja. Mommy's good, daddy bad.
Or you gonna F around and find out, and your son gonna end up here.
This is prison. You out there throwing your fucking life away like this was where you want to be. See this? You want to sit on this for the rest of your life? Look at this. This is my fucking crib. That's it. Get comfortable.
Like he's saying, stay free. So we trying to prevent this for these young brothers because most of them ain't got the mental to even deal with this. They go in there and become victims at best.
Man, victims. Fill in the lines. We ain't got to go down that dark path. No, Mr. X, this dude, he ain't got no motion in prison. We just saw dudes up in jail wearing fly sneaks, making pruno prison hooch, and eating Chipotle style quesadillas. Oh, he's on total pole. I'm gonna be in there running ish. Lies.
I can't be confined in this room with another man. That's two close corners. You dropping the deuce. It's too much. Too much.
Way too much. I'm just, ambitious men with healthy amounts of testosterone. That's just troublesome because there has to be a pecking order. There has to be, to some degree. It's either going to be extreme, but it's going to be some pecking order. Who leave out the cell first? Like, who got the top? But y'all got to hash something out. And if you got,
I was just going to ask you that. What's the preferred bunk? Is it the top?
I don't know, because I don't know, man. You got me thinking about jail. I don't know. Because top, you would probably say top because you're kind of high until somebody grab you by your ankles and slam you on the cement. Now it ain't so safe. But then the bottom, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Like you said, I don't know. It's a good question. I'm sure one of y'all in the chat know, or in the replay game, y'all gonna let us know.
Well, that's what it is. Bottom bunk. Nobody wants top bunk. Yeah. Wait, no, because I seen the video and top bunk is a
y'all seeing both now. You see what I'm saying? I don't know.
Oh no, I seen the video. If you're OG, no, you on the bottom. Your celly up top. Yeah, that's a fact. I seen the video where this dude say he's going into jail and he got into a cell with an old timer, and the old timer was like, "Hey, you got the top bunk?" And he's like, "Nah, I ain't getting on that top bunk, OG." And the old timer was calm and coaxed him out of that. And the next morning, he found that OG, if he wouldn't have got on that top bunk, he wasn't gonna live to see another day. That OG was him. And that's why he was so calm. So I confirm The top bunk is for the one still green.
Okay. And here we go, though. In most cases, let's say majority of the time, I would say both people are fairly green or got some degree of the same pet, right? So now you're in this room, and if somebody run up in there, I would say the guy on the bottom is most vulnerable first. If some other dudes come in there with knives or something, I'm up top. All right, you getting hawked down first, I would imagine, no?
That's my thoughts. Overhead advantage, but that's shout out to Lee Turner. Bottom bunk is where you want to be. I don't know. Maybe it's because you got to climb up. I don't know. It's prison politics, and it makes his cringe. I don't know.
And I would say this: ain't never trying to find out.
Ain't she like Mr. That time done came and went. If Uncle Charlie is gonna get me in there, that's gone. It's over. Them days is long gone.
And like we was hitting on, you get these toxic moms in these houses, right? Women like this. Hey, look at this. YNs be crashing out on anybody. Huh. Jesus.
Look at this, man.
Call it. I don't care. Fat neck ass. Fat belly ass bitch. I don't get no fuck, nigga. I'll slime you and everybody in this small.
I'll slime you.
Freaking.
Look at that hole in the wall. Look at that hole in the wall. So I said they be in here destroying these houses. He punching the walls. It's a punch up top and a giant hole down bottom. This big blowed out woman. He said, "You big fat neck." Look at her.
Look at that god dang on down in the room. For one, this is a rental quick flip. Gray walls, white trim. They tearing up some landlord's house. He don't even know it. That's her dwelling, Mr. X. She mostly got like an office chair, like I'm in, and she just rolls around wherever she got to go. She don't get. I seen this setup. She don't get up. She will roll from the dining room to the kitchen, and that's her dwelling until she decided to go wash her butt every other day. Stank.
And it's all bad. And they will be the first ones, to emasculate these boys, then call the cops on them. We wonder why they out here crashing out.
Exactly. Yeah, they sit here and they snatch off their sons, grandsons, nephews, cojones. And that's why they run around like damaged dogs that were in the pecking order that got disturbed. Y'all know all the dog owners. You got a dominant dog, and then you move another dog in, and it dominates that older dog. That older dog becomes unstable, and that's similar situation. Snatching off the young man's nuts.
And then we end up here.
Today, were you hanging out with your family down there on Cleveland, or out in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened down there?
She didn't answer the phone, so we came here.
Okay, so your mom didn't answer the phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have someone's phone number that I can talk to down there that can let me know that she didn't answer her phone? So do you know of anyone accusing you of taking money?
Let go, let God.
So that's news to you. You haven't heard of anyone accusing you of taking $600 down there at your aunt's house or whoever lives down there. Who lives down there in Cleveland? Is your aunt?
Yeah.
Do you have her phone number?
Here we go. So y'all hearing it. I don't know where he at now, but he was over his aunt's house and they claim he stole $600 and they called the cops on him.
God dang, I don't know. What's going on? Calling the cops? Wait, now I'm a little confused because I'm looking at this young man. He ain't coming across like somebody you got to just go ahead and call the law. And I'm halfway damn triggered. Why you calling on him? Y'all will have family members fighting and trying to up the pole on one another, and y'all won't call the cops. But some young man allegedly done stole $600, and he don't even really look like that type. He ain't coming across all unhinged. Let's see what's going on. This seems a little weird.
Or your aunt who's saying that.
I don't talk to her. She didn't answer the phone.
So she's not answering the phone now? Do you feel like hurting yourself or hurting anybody else? Have you had any alcohol or drugs in the past couple of days? No. I'll have to give you a call back here, miss. I'm going to give your sister the phone. I'm sorry to cut you off 1 second. There you go.
Yeah, Ron.
What's that?
Since he has a history of running, let's just get him secured now.
Okay. So you do want to proceed based off the first even though there was nobody else here? Just
No, that's
okay. Either you can either get more charges added on. I would prefer you turn around. We'll go ahead and place you in handcuffs, or we're gonna have to get physical with you, and I prefer not to do that, man. Every time I've been out here, I try to talk to you cool. I try to, be fair with you. It's something that you got to deal with your mom, okay? So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna be cool with us or no?
Hell no.
You're not gonna be cool with us?
Oh man.
Hell!
Don't do it, brother. My man said, hell no. He done took his shirt off. He took his ear pod out. All right, he pulling the sweats up. He's trying to hype himself up. It's like 3, 4, 5 Uncle Charlie's in there. Come on, brother. And whoever he was on the phone with, he said, do y'all want to proceed? What we doing? They said, yeah. They come in, lock him up,
I don't know. Not enough context. Nevertheless, some is amiss. Like growing up in this environment, this kids, young men and women don't wind up like this on their own. Just how we can acknowledge that 99% of those Atlanta Street interviews with Marcus and them sisters, they wind up in those situations because they were mistreated, abused, and misused at a young age. Same thing with the young men. They can't go sell their body like girls can, but they can fight and delete one another. It's dang near the same daggone thing. And that's why he raging mad. Something is missing. So he ain't just mad, he's sad. Something is wrong. Hold up. This young man's elders, female elders, are nowhere in sight, and they didn't call Johnny Law just to come converge on him. There's no way you care about his safety. I really don't care what he been doing. He stole some money. Like, approach him, handle it. Ain't like he done up the pole. They just said, Law, go get him. This could go bad. He could end up deleted.
And one thing the cop said, like, we done been here before. I don't know what that's about. And like you said, it's emotional. So this is a young Gavin X or Mr. Walker, not knowing how to handle your emotions and talk and get or whatever, right? Obviously, if you stole something, that's another thing, but he done took his shirt off. He don't know no other way to deal with this, but let's go fisticuff.
And he ain't never seen it done right. So it's a double-edged sword. He got issues, and he has never seen a good example of how to deal with, when you've done something wrong, how to deal with consequences. So he's like, let's fight it out. And he don't understand that couldn't easily end to deletion with the tone of your flesh, young brother.
Fair with you. It's something that you got to deal with your mom, okay? So what's it going to be? Are you going to be cool with us or no?
Hell no.
You're not going to be cool with us? Okay. We really don't want it to go down this way, so turn around. Turn around for him. Turn around for him.
And hold on real quick. He's at home now. So they like his mom told him. So he left his aunt's house. Now he back at his mom. Y'all see his brother and his sister. That's his little brother and his little sister get up, and the cop said, y'all go upstairs. All right, it's about to be furniture moving. Y'all don't need to see this. Where the mom at?
Terrible. This ain't how
She
you
was
do
on
it.
the phone, I think. The mom on the phone. The mom ain't home. So somebody babysitting the kids, right? The mom was on the phone. They was like, what you want us to do? The mom said, take them. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm at work. I'm at the strip club, whatever.
This ain't how you handle this. I assure you, there's vindication here. There's a better way to go about this instead of just call the law. Something is missing. And what I'm learning as I get older, like is that these young men, not just him, these young men, they be wanting that bond with that fatherly bond that ain't there, and nobody addresses it. That's what it is. So there's something missing. He don't know. He really don't even know how to, just even say it in words. He has no idea. He don't know what he don't know. But his mama, his auntie, and grandma do. But they want to dress out. He bad. No, he ain't bad. He got questions and y'all refuse to answer them. That's what it is.
Turn around. Turn around for him. Turn around for him.
Hell no. Hell no.
So somebody is home. You hear a woman in the back yelling, go upstairs, go upstairs. So the mom right there, or somebody, they telling the other people to go upstairs.
That age is so delicate. He getting that testosterone to set in. You shoot, toddlers be trying to assert their dominance. Now he about 15, 16 or so. And he trying to assert some dominance. And then here we go. Let's talk about it. In the Hyena clan, zero dominance as a man. No, you shall not. It don't matter if this dude was a blue chip high school football player. Don't matter. No dominance. He cannot walk around with his chest out like Gavin pointed out. Constantly emasculation. Who you think you is, boy? Constantly. And that's how you get these unhinged young men. He can't even peacock around in his own village. They just keep stomping him out. And here we are. That's my take on it. I could be wrong.
I got one. I got one arm. All right, next step with me. I got an arm. Oh, handcuff somebody. Well, now you just got a felony, bud.
Bro, get the fuck off me, bro.
Take your time.
Why is he covering my fucking face?
All right.
And here we go. I'm sure some people say, the cops is doing this or that, but they gonna do whatever they gonna do. We got to stay out their way. We can't invite them into our homes. All right, this is like the movie Sinners. You can't invite them into the damn house, mama. And here we are.
Man, oh man. Woo, goodness gracious. I had the cops called on me once as a kid, about similar age. Cops came. My mom went outside. I ain't gonna tell y'all the context because it makes her look so much worse. And I'm in the kitchen. She called the cops on me. And they in there trying to rough me up. I remember they trying to put my arm behind my back. And I always been goofy strong. And I just stood there and they really couldn't do nothing. They ended up leaving. They just ended up leaving. They said, "Did you handle it?" And that was it. Like, I know what this energy is. It's not love. It's not discipline. It's not concern. It's not. These moms be having hatred and a little bit of understanding. A lot of these kids' hell are subsequent results of their parents' hell. So a little bit of understanding there, but this damn sure ain't no excuse.
You can lift them up now. Are you going to be cool or are you going to continue to be?
He's gonna just let him calm down.
Calm down.
He's still fighting.
I need my phone. Get off me, bro. That leg is slow.
Yeah.
She tased me, nigga. Oh, how
Listen, stop.
you have to blow me? You gonna have to kill me, boy. You something crazy. Well, she got my money. You sound crazy, bro. No, get the f off me, bro.
Stop.
You're right, you can have this money. I just wanted to see it.
Stop.
What the f
You can have it.
What the Oh.
Just stand in there.
I can't breathe, Tommy.
Stop. Stop.
Stop resisting.
No! Bro, you kill me, bro. You're gonna have to shoot me. I shit fall, you're gonna have to kill me.
This dude crashing out. Young brother, his mom in the back, stop moving. Shut up. You called him. Man. She in the house with at least 3 kids. We seen 3 kids in that living room at least. She done lost all control.
That's it. He ready to go. You heard him. So you have to take me. You have to delete me. He don't care. Do you know what it takes to be in that mindset where you like, you got to take me because can't be no worse than this. That's a terrible way to think. That's you like, I don't care. What's worse? You gonna leave me here where I gotta keep going through this living hell? You're like, no, whatever. That's a terrible train of thought. This is wild. And come on, I know too many real moms ain't no way heck a mom gonna sit here, call the law, oh my God, with the trauma ingrained in our DNA and just stand there and watch this. You incited this. You telling me there's no uncles that you could call? The answer is no. Y'all got to see the ripple effect of this I don't need a man movement. There ain't no uncles to call. Ain't no big brothers to call. They gone.
Or even a more crazier thought. It's radical, but then ain't a father. And that's where we started off the show tonight. We're going to drop the link here in a minute. The fathers, There's never a man when we do these camps. Always a mom, with no control.
Because as a man, my son acting like this, listen here. I'd rather my son be all bruised up and battered and get some common sense and me do a little bit of time before I call somebody else to come handle. No, heck no. Mr. X, you hit the nail on the head. But like you said, that's radical. We sound stupid at this point. Keep saying, what about the fathers? We sound dumb. They don't care.
And
Money, 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 money.
shout out to the brother Blaine. Come through with $12 in the cash out. He says this is for day 12. All right. We have the SBC live game. We appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother Blaine. Pray for us.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Gonna have to. I'm not getting up until I get my.
That's good. Where we at, man?
I'm a fuck.
What are we doing? Feeding the tree?
Oh, no. Fuck out there, bro. Oh, bro.
Relax. We're gonna pick him up now. You guys ready?
Watch out, he's trying to bite you. He's trying to bite you. Watch out. Can you get the spit hood? He's trying to bite.
Ooh, he's spitting and
Multiple
hissing.
bruised shins later, he was finally restrained, though not before threatening to murder the entire police department once he gets a gun. Sweet kid.
I'm gonna kill you, bro. I swear I'm gonna kill each and every one of you, bro. Stop! Okay? You're done! Yeah! Oh! The f on my wrist, bro. Oh! You been in my shit, bro. Oh, man, I hate y'all, bro. I swear I hate y'all, niggas, man. I promise you I'm killing me a body, bro. I'm killing me a body, bro.
And here we go. The Pope brother, you misdirecting your anger. Granted, all right, you feel like they victimizing you, but hey, your mama and your auntie in the gynocracy, even if he did steal something, that's still their fault, right? For raising you in poverty with the mind state of wanting to steal something. It all go hand in hand.
There you go. This brother, he gonna calm down once he get all that energy and that up out of him. Yeah. And so folks in the chat were hitting the nail on the head. He needed an outlet. That's why this is the only place I really will give some true credit to athletics, to football, because growing up in the hood, that was my outlet. I got into a fight every time it was off season. I got into a fight because I had no outlet. I always had rage, but on the field, shout out to Alabama football, I could release it and it was legal. Man, shout out to Reeves and them, but that's a big thing. Martial arts, football, anything, get that energy up out of you. I love team sports, camaraderie. That's why I didn't do MMA too long. I like teamwork. That's what I like. I ain't out there for self, because it just builds more character. But it's a shame. It's a shame.
Bro. Oh, giving me a fucking body, bro. I should not do nothing, man. I should not do nothing to me, bro. I should not.
And he done threatened to delete him, and the cop trying to tell him to shut up because that's another charge. The cop like, shut up, dude. You making this worse. You could just go to jail, whatever we fit. But now you biting people. He's like, that's a felony. You threatening people, another felony. I mean, come on. When I get out and get my hands on the firearm, I'm taking everybody out.
These judges are humans. Like they sit up there and they shout out to that one judge. He as cool as a judge can be. Like, if he wrong, he'll be like, I'm sorry, I thought this was this. But you go up there and he'll be like, all right, police came, there's something was going on with your mom. He's like, sorry, you're going through this young man. If there's some services we got. They're like, oh, by the way, he threatened to delete everybody, including you, judge. And I'm just like, whoa. I was on your side, young man, knew what you was going through, but now you just violent. 5 to 7, plus this, plus that. Yuck. They make it way, way worse. It's unfortunate.
That part. So We're gonna drop the link here in the chat. I know y'all got some thoughts. We also gonna pull this video up because it don't stop there. Whenever he leave there, where you think he gonna end up?
Jail, juvie.
Huh?
What's good, world? This your boy F. Beezy reporting live from my gated community, still taking you on a walk through the prison lunch menu. Now, today is Thursday lunch. We got Sloppy Joes, aka Sloppy Hoes. Now, we got the bread and potato, but this is why you don't eat this mystery meat, man. We gotta do better. I don't know if it's alive or dead, but look at that, man. That's a worm, dog.
Uh-huh.
Hell to the no. To the no. Hell to the no.
A worm, like you say, just in the sloppy Joe. I mean, I guess if you ain't paying, just eat it. It's protein. It's a worm, right? Birds eat them. Just put it all on the bread, squish it, and make something happen.
Make something happen. God, oh my goodness. Yeah, the OGs don't eat the jail food. Shout out to my mama. My mom would not eat cereal to this day. I remember many years ago when we lived together, I was messing with her. I said, "Mom, you want none of this cereal?" She said, "Hell no, I want that cereal." And I said, "Why not, Mom?" She said, "When I was in jail, that's all I ate." She said, "I could not eat the food because the women would crush up glass in the food." She said they didn't see too many people sitting there eating, just start throwing up blood. They just eat the cereal. Yeah.
Well, I would say there's too much of this stuff on the internet, but still these young brothers don't care. All right. They will sit there and say, "I can do the time." Ain't no way. What you got, brother TJ? Welcome up.
For sure. Welcome in, man.
Hey guys, it's been a minute.
Hey, Chig. Happy to have you, brother. Good to see you, Ninja.
Yeah. Growing up the way most of us are growing up, this is nothing surprising. This is, to a degree, normal developmental behavior for a lot of us, what we see. And believe it or not, man, we can see this kind of behavior developing around the age of 4 and 5 years old.
Yes.
We see it coming at 4 and 5 years old. You hate to say it like that, but you can tell. I got a coworker right now, her son is now 10. I've been watching this little dude turn into a whole monster over the last, 5 or 6 years. Because, because this woman decided to choose a lazy, unproductive bum for a father. And she thinks that that her job is to be her son's friend.
No, never. That's it. I think that's child psychology. I'm not calling you brother TJ. 5 to 7 years. Your kid, our children by 5 and 7, that's when they are super sponges. By age 7, that little person with that personality, those characteristics, that's pretty much there. Good luck trying to change that. And by age 12, science says the kids they're most influenced by their peers, school, and society. At that point, they, about the age 12, they're in position to F around and find out.
Gavin and Mr. Walker, I hate to say this, I hate to be a pessimist over this, but let me tell you something. If you want to know if your mother loved you or not, just look at who she chose to give you a father. Just look at, that's how you can tell if your mother loves you or not. Her first act was to choose your father. And that's
the thing, brother TJ. They're not thinking about procreating. A lot of our moms was not thinking about, hey, let's bring a bundle of joy into the world. It's like, let's hunch. We were subsequent results of a hunch.
We weren't born out of a plan, out of a want, out of a legacy, out of a development, out of anything. Most of us were born out of, as you say, out of a hunch. And then when you start thinking about that as an adult, that's some depressing stuff. I was on another platform, like a year or so ago, and I kind of got known over there for talking about the fact that, telling a lot of brothers, you got to come to terms with the fact that your mother probably is a 3 or 4. if you got, and this ain't no shade, if you got multiple siblings and each of your siblings got different fathers, your mother is a 304, 100%. And people get a little bit shocked by me when I tell them my mother is a proud 304. And so that's why I can talk about it, speak about it, honestly, because I've lived with them my whole life. And as an adult, and then when you become an adult male, you get a little bit more levity and perspective about it. And then even, what was his name? The comedian that died, Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
He said, yeah, he said he was 40 years old when he realized his mother was stupid. And like he got skewered for that. You don't call a black mama stupid.
It's it's not, and see, people don't understand that is a tough realization to come to. I remember me and Mr. X had this conversation a while back. When you are growing, as a respectful young man, and you are forced for your growth to sit there and reflect on your elders, and you realize y'all ain't got nothing else to teach me. Y'all literally have nothing else. And what makes it worse is not only do y'all not have nothing to teach me, y'all raging liabilities.
Yes.
And that's it sucks. So Big Grady once saying that to puff his chest out, like they don't get it. Like that is a tough and traumatizing realization to come to, because now it's like, okay, I to continue to grow, brother TJ, I got to continue to seek wisdom and guidance, but my elders are not in position to offer it, and that's understanding. We're not saying they're stupid because they wanted to be. Some of them did, but there were some bad circumstances, and that's understood. But nevertheless, it doesn't excuse what they have done.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree. Mm-hmm. And I was going to say, we were talking about the toxic moms in the households and the fathers not being with these toxic moms. And it's just such a horrible cocktail. I want to get Brother Steven in, before we keep moving. What's your take so far?
Welcome in, brother.
Hey, my brothers, what's going on? I'm out here doing some shopping, so I'm catching y'all in between box store to box store. Just want to say salute to you, brothers. Salute to everybody in the chat. Y'all cooking, man. I can't keep up. But I will say what little bit I heard, and thank you for reiterating the topic, Mr. Gavin. I have one time personal experience with dating somebody who the father was not in her son's life. He was, maybe 16. The mom is 5'4". He's 6'4". I'm 260, 6'2". He's what, 310, 315, something like that. Okay, so I remember getting the phone calls at 1 o'clock in the morning that they were beefing, and she had to brace a chair against her bedroom door because he was flipping out and she didn't want to call the cops. So it's ridiculous to me.
So here's my question. What did she want you to do? What was her expectations? She calling Steven. What she want you to do?
Okay, so she wanted me to come over there and calm him down because she knew that I was not going to play with that boy. She knew that, if I bring big boyfriend over here, you ain't going to act the same way with him that you are with me. And so as soon as I walked through the door, that boy knew. All the nonsense stopped right now. Period. End of story. So I remember, the whole start of women, we don't need no man or we don't need no father or whatever, until that young male hits puberty, gets bigger than you, and don't have to listen to you. He's going to eat up all the food in the house. Ain't nothing you can do about it. He's going to go out when he wants to. Ain't nothing you can do about it. He's going to bring home whoever he wants to bring home. Ain't nothing you're going to do about it. He's going to leave a mess in the whole house, and you got to clean it up because he don't care. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So that's what these women are living now. So, I just sit back on the ledge and watch them crash out. That's all you can do. Ain't my son.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
Fellas, that's what you guys said earlier about you rhetorically saying, why did the mother and the auntie call the police? Because they had to. As skinny as that boy is, that boy's stronger than both of them.
Yes,
he's stronger than both of them. Ain't not a doggone thing in the world that she can that they can do with this young fella. Nothing. They can't do nothing with him. He can impose his will on them whenever he feel like it. Look, the one cop. If you go back and listen to the video, like listen in the background, the cop talking to him, the one that grabbed him, he already huffing and puffing.
And that's the problem.
Ain't nothing like that. That we all been teenage boys. We have unlimited supply of reserve and energy. You know, even a 35-year-old cop, he gonna be huffing and puffing after about 10 minutes of tussling. That's why it took 2 or 3 of them to hold them down. You know what I mean? But because you know, a lot of these ladies don't understand. I remember I have an uncle that's a year older than me, and I was raised by my grandmother. And I remember the day that my grandmother lost him. My uncle was that boy. You know what I mean? So my grandmother had the discipline structure flipped. Like he got away with everything and he was the hellion. I sneezed too hard, I got the thunder. You understand what I'm saying? And I was the compliant one, which I didn't understand that. But I never forget the day that she lost him. He was gone for 2 days. He was about 14 years old. She come in the house. He come in the house. She charging at him, going upside, verbally going upside his head with him, backs him into a corner. He stands there and looks at her, picks her up and moves her out the way. And I go, and see, for me, I knew, because growing up, the woman is she the strong, whooping everybody in the house. She didn't do nothing but go in her room and close the door. I said, dang.
That gynocratic emasculation didn't work, brother TJ. But at the same time, that was your cousin?
That's my uncle.
Uncle, how's his life? How did his life turn out?
He's a piece of garbage. That's how it turned out.
See, and I knew it. I just wanted you to confirm it.
He's an absolute piece of garbage.
Similar to my brother TJ. He said him and his cousin came up the same way, where they woke up in the morning and Nana had his goofy cousin's breakfast laid out with either orange juice or cranberry juice, and he had to come down there and make his own bowl of cereal. That cousin that got catered to, jail. That other cousin that had to make his own cereal, NFL. There you go. So I like to look back on those instances, brother TJ, and it's like, you know what? In those moments, it seemed like this kid, TJ, was getting the short end of the stick, but really is a blessing in disguise, because I don't know, maybe it teaches us to depend on ourselves, that we don't get nothing for free, but there's a lesson. There's a lesson in it.
Nothing. And let me tell you something. That cat, now my uncle, he is one of the most jealous, spiteful dudes I ever met. He's jealous. Like I now have to, and this is the other diabolical thing that happens with mothers when they're raising their sons. As these women get older and they don't get nobody, the son becomes the damn caretaker. So I have become the caretaker financially and whatever else for my grandmother. Not this bastard son she got, you know what I mean? And he's so spiteful and vindictive that he destroys stuff. At 40, 50 years old, he'll come home, he'll come for a visit. And like last year, I bought her a car a few years ago so she can get to her doctor's appointment, stuff like that. We live in 2 different states, so I got to make sure she can get around. He come home, this man takes her car and jumps a curb with it, tears up the entire front end.
Been there.
Just because he could, not because let me tell you something. He wasn't doing it because he wanted to be mean or hurt his mother.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to hurt me because I had the means to do it. And her being taken care of by me and him not participating in the care of his elder mother makes him look like the loser and low life that he is. And so, but see, he doesn't hurt me. I got 3 vehicles sitting outside. It don't bother me that he towed the car. All I did was go up there, get it, put it on the back of my truck, and brought it back to St. Louis with me, and it's sitting in my garage. Because I told her, you let him tear it up, you're not getting it no more.
Dang all right.
And so, but a lot of these young dudes, they crash out like that, Mr. Walker and Gavin, because you understand one thing. They crash out like that because they are emotional female with male testosterone.
100%. They learned it from the mom there. The unhinged behavior, they get it from their mom. That, like TJ just said, it. The only difference, they at the very least 2 times stronger. Now you got danger.
That part. So I'm gonna let this video go. If you're just coming in, hit the like button.
Bro, I didn't know, man, watch out, bro, you get your hands off me. Don't make me fight. Bro, why you gotta do all the extra shit though, gang? Bro, I'm about to call my probation officer, bro. What is you talking about, nigga? You sound dumb as hell. Fuck, nigga. You can't. That motherfucker stereotyping, dog. Bro, you see this shit? Yeah, I seen that. Bro, turn around, bro. What are you door dashing? I'm door dashing, bro. I'm door dashing, bro. What the fuck? It's an unregistered motor vehicle. Bro, I'm on the sidewalk. I always got in the street to turn around to get you. Hold on, chill. Let me explain this to you, okay? He observes you right in the street, all right? You are breaking Michigan law. I didn't know that. You know how many police I've been passing, bro? How many police been? This guy is DoorDash trying to make a living.
Yeah, they do. This young brother. So he out. I don't know if he's in New York or whatever on this motorbike, and he in the street. It's unregistered. But he like, I'm just trying to work. Then he gonna say, let me call my probation officer. Why do y'all do stuff like that? Like, that ain't helping you. Now they really want to put you in cuffs.
You got a probation officer. You obviously used to doing illegal things. See, this instance right here, I guarantee you, these law enforcement officers here, they ain't who he is putting them on to be. This cop said, hold up. He's trying to talk to me like you on the sidewalk. If that young brother, I've been in some similar situations. Too many of us have. You end up accidentally breaking the law. But what that young brother and like a lot of young men don't understand, not knowing and understanding the law does not excuse us from it, nor its penalties. You can't say I didn't know I ain't allowed to drink and drive. That's fine. Jail. I ain't know I wasn't allowed to ride on the sidewalk with a motorbike. That's okay. A ticket. But if you sit there and like, hey, officer, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm just trying to DoorDash. You keep your cool. These are humans. You can appeal to these officers' human nature. I've done it time and time again. And you sit there and act cool. And next thing you know, they end up giving you their daggone number. Like, here, I know this guy can get you some type of permit. And then life goes on. But to sit there and just get loud and argue and feminine, like TJ said, you never gonna get a desired outcome.
Yep. And then here's the thing, guys. Don't ask me how I know, but when you're on probation, you ain't supposed to have no police contact
at all.
That's a violation of probation. It's one of your rules. And here's the other thing. If you do have contact, you're supposed to report it immediately. It doesn't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're supposed to call in and report your police contact, because if you do not, you get revocated.
Is that what he's doing? So is that why he said it, TJ? That's probably why he said it then, huh?
No, I think he was saying, let me call my probation officer, as if the probation officer could do something about it.
Yeah,
I don't think he was even thinking about the rules.
Yeah. Yeah, so one thing about it, when you're on probation, it's a lot of stuff. You ain't allowed to be around felons. That's a violation. You ain't allowed to be in the bar. That's a violation. You ain't allowed to leave out of state. You can't just go on vacation if you want.
You got to ask permission.
Yeah, for anything. You can't do leave. But in the hood, people do it. They'll hang around their felon cousins and go to the bar on probation, and it's nothing. But if somebody called the cops, that's why the probation people will go into these bars searching IDs. Oh, you on probation? They will take you to jail.
Yep.
In the hood, yes, they do. They ain't there like stop and frisk. Yep, I
know this probation officer that a buddy of mine. He would go down to the jail on visiting day and just wait to see us, because you're not allowed to go visit people in jail. You're not allowed to be. So he would just sit there and wait for his client list to walk through the door to go visit somebody. And then he'd be like, oh, you want to visit? You can visit permanently. Take them on in, because you ain't supposed to be around them. People are crazy.
Wow.
Man.
Bro, how many police
this guy has DoorDash trying to make a living, man. Come on, man.
The whole number, bro.
He had DoorDash.
All I'm doing is DoorDashing, bro. Bro, what am I giving you an ID for? I don't have to. All right, bro. Bro, what is you doing, bro? Why you? Bro, what the fuck, bro? Bro, why am I getting arrested? I just said I'm about to give it to you.
No, he didn't. He didn't say. He never said he didn't. He did. He said for what? He never said he didn't. He never denied that.
He said for what? I got you, man.
You can't take my phone, bro. You can't take my phone, bro. You can't take my phone.
That's crazy, man.
Bro, you can't take my phone.
Sound like a woman.
Listen.
Like a straight woman. You can't take my phone. They about to take everything. They about to tow your bike. I mean, it's gonna be a whole deal. You're gonna get out of holding. You ain't gonna have a phone, no everything. He gonna buy. Then he gonna call the impound. They're gonna buy it. That's $2,000. You want your bike, it's over.
You got, goddamn, young folks, please pay attention. Get desired outcome. Let's rewind this video, and this man gets cited by the police, and he acts cordial, and he act like he got some sense. And let's say the cops still turn him in. We've seen public outrage for less. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, let society, let your peers, let these daggone phone cameras work for y'all. Keep it cool. But you sitting there being all combative. They got cameras. You ain't gonna stand in jail. But if you act like you got some sense and some humility and some shame, you can get out of these things with less damage.
And then let me tell you something. People don't realize when you out on probation, you are still legally incarcerated. You actually have no rights. You have no constitutional rights. A cop walks up to you, you're on probation, you have to comply with anything, especially those that you think are unconstitutional. When you sign probation, your probationary forms, whatever, on there, it tells you you're waiving your constitutional. It says it. It says it on the form. Don't ask me how I know. I'm just saying. It says it on, says it on the form. And so a cop comes up to you, you on probation. Now they might not know you're on probation, but you know. They come to you, I need to see your ID. Even though it's not a stopping ID state, you got to break that boy out. And the next words out of your mouth got to be, I'm on probation. And then after that, you shut up. Whatever the cop going to do, you going to do. They either going to let you go or they're going to take you in, whatever case may be. If you shut your mouth, instead of a 30-day hold, you'll be there for 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever, until your probation officer gets to investigate to see what's going on. They'll cut you loose if you just shut up. But you can't tell these young cats nothing no more because, you can't tell their mamas nothing. So how you going to tell them something?
TJ, I don't like what you're doing because you making me rewind things in the past, and this whole probation thing making sense. Walking somewhere outside with aunties and mom and them, and they drinking, and then police come around, they talking about I'm on probation. I never understood what that meant, but like y'all just explained, you can't be around alcohol. You can't be doing nothing sketchy at all.
You can't even get into a fist fight.
No.
So that's why one of the greatest threats in the hood is people will say, you lucky I'm on probation. When I get off probation, I'm going upside your head. You lucky. When I get off paper, 6 months. I'm off paper in 6 months and I'm going upside. These are threats in the hood.
Right? And guess what we do? We go to your probation officer and tell them you threaten us. And they come lock your butt up anyway. But I'm just, let me tell you something also about being on probation. Now, I'm not going to tell you how I know this, but they can also tell you where you can work. If you get even though part of probation is to have a job, you get a job, they can be like, no, you can't have that job. You got to go find something else.
You are effectively, brother TJ, an indentured servant at best.
Yes,
and that's also in the Constitution. You become an indentured servant and slave once you become incarcerated or on probation.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you got, brother Postman? We'll get you in.
Welcome in.
How y'all fellas doing today?
Great, brother.
First, just to piggyback off of what TJ just talked about, probation can be for something as little as KPS charges. KPS charge is a ticket. If you get enough of those, you really can't have probation and have to ask, can you go home to Chicago from college just for being on the white man's papers? So realize that the smallest infraction to the largest can get you in the same indentured servitude as you guys just referred to it as. So don't, I guess, downplay the level of things that you can do to be in they coffers or what have you, because bottom line, large thing, small thing, they're trying to keep you under wraps, and prison is a big business. Just to get to, and how can I put it? The last part right here is communication, I think, is where we missed the boat on people say we need therapy. Therapy gives us a baseline to be able to at least identify and have a basis of emotional regulation. And so in that emotional regulation, a situation like this young man has everything stacked against him to start, and most of those things could be smoothed over or sauced in some way if he was able to have a better level of basic communication with those guys. And I'm not saying that it might work out for him, because he is in fact breaking the law, and whether you know you're breaking the law or not, you're still breaking the law. The communication level to which he was at, prime example, I went to pick the wife up today after work, and I was in a parking area that I wasn't supposed to be in. Construction was doing work. When the cop came to my window, instead of blowing up at him because I'm doing the wrong thing, I asked, was there an alternative? Explain the situation as to why I was in that particular area at the first place. And he told me alternative space to move into for a couple seconds until the wife comes out. If anything else transpired or changed in that moment, he would give me further notice. But wasn't a blow up situation where I'm going to escalate the situation and go to jail because you're in a parking spot you're not supposed to be in. And so the low level of communication that we are able to exhibit, I think is kind of detrimental to us on the whole. And I think it's more so imperative that we understand what therapy constitutes in the sense of being able to effectively communicate. And so I think that part is missed upon all of us, or most of us, I should say, when it comes to being able to interact with the opposite sex, law enforcement, or anybody else that we might not have a symbiotic thought or a mutual respect for in terms of how we understand what their purpose might be at that time. So that's about it.
You came in hot, brother Postman, talking about emotional regulation. Yeah, that's a big old if. That would be awesome. I truly believe, like you said, being able to regulate those emotions. If you can do that, we good to go. It sounds simple, but it's not, because like you said, first you got to understand how you get triggered. You got to dive deep and see what's doing it. Easier said than done.
It's
hurtful. And I will say this.
Go ahead,
we were sitting here for a minute. We were talking about, the whole probation thing. One thing we didn't hit on is the other side, which is parole. So I don't want y'all to get them things tied together. All right. Probation is what we got here is a sentence that allows a person to avoid jail or prison time by living in the community under court supervision. While parole is a form of early release from prison. All right, serve part of your sentence. And most guys, smart guys, really don't want to get on parole, especially if you're a knucklehead. Because they I know some of my cousins that maxed out because they look, I know I don't want to get out. All right, I want to get out and smoke a joint. And I ain't about to get out and smoke a joint and get locked back up and have to do these 10 more years for smoking a joint. All right, so you know what? I did all my time. But some people want to come home. So they will come home under them conditions of parole, which are very, stringent. You got to get employment and all this type of stuff. You got to walk the straight and narrow, or they going to send you back up the way.
And Mr. X, Mr. Walker, here's how diabolical probation is. Probation suspends your current sentence. So in lieu of finishing out that sentence, you're doing probation. If you get violated on probation, then you got to go back and do that sentence. So like my uncle, he went down at 19 for a 2.5 year sentence, but he took probation. It took him 15 years to clear a 2-year sentence because every time they would lock him up 8 months later, offer him probation, then his time would start over because the sentence got suspended. It's held. It's like frozen in time until you complete this probation. But he would always violate his probation. That's why they're so quick. And we get confused when we're watching the news and we see these young dudes and they do all this crazy stuff at 18, 19 years old. And they're like, what? They offer a probation? Because they know that immature, emotional dude is going to violate that probation for the next 15 to 20 years on a short bid. And you know how much money they make off of your body? And it usually takes a dude 35, 40 years old, like that young brother in the videos, for them to calm down and think rationally. And that they just spent. So their original crime is a 2-year bid, but they've been on probation for 10 years, for a decade.
Well, here's my question. Do we think they are releasing people back into the community almost like the Purge movie? Because right now there are so many people who are out that done deleted people, all right, that had life sentences, now out free. You know what I mean? They will release you back into the community and they like on parole or whatever, and like, all right, do something crazy, and then we can still lock you back up.
Yes.
Recidivism, the revolving door, just like y'all talked about in your last Truth to Lies video, when you had the guys making the prison YouTubes and everything. I want to glorify that prison is a summer camp. I want you to be there because everybody who I've heard it several times, I can do 6 months standing on my head. Okay, so when I give these type of idiotic statements out, that alludes to the fact that it's so easy for me to be able to do. It's not hard at all. Everybody thinks that this glorified perception is persona because it's not even real for most of them. It's the thing you're supposed to do, and the government can know that prison is a sustainable business because I can let you out, and before 21, Mr. 18-year-old, you're gonna do 13 more things to indebt yourself to me once again, and I can identify the sectors of places where that's gonna take place the most. It's just like any other business. They've identified a target population. You can identify exactly what it's going to render you in terms of your return on investment. And I know that it's lucrative. I don't care that you know these things. I care that I know these things. And so the multitude of mistakes that we are allowed to make, those mistakes are beneficial to somebody else. And so why would I not allow you to continue to trip up and do things that are detrimental to yourself, yet totally beneficial to me? The hood stripes, it just like they just gave you, those are things that we look for when they getting stripes on their portfolios. And so to not understand how to quantify what's important, those priorities and the things that are basic understandings of the principles of where this life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness came from, we don't understand those concepts or principles whatsoever to understand that possession is 9/10 of the law. The laws were written to benefit the people who wrote them, and they can be able to change that book or navigate it the way they want to because you don't choose to read it. Plain and simple.
I agree. I want to get Mr. Wilson in. All right, what's your take before we get back into it? Welcome up.
Welcome in, OG.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Good.
I guess the first thing I would say to anybody, don't do wrong. That's number one. Real fast. Now, just like we were talking before about the numbers and crime and punishment and all of that, once before, remember I brought up there's 2 million people in the penitentiary system in America. Do you guys think there should be more?
I don't. I got a bias. I can't answer that. I can't answer that with unbiased heart. I don't know how to answer that. I wonder.
Do you
my
mean
heart
men and women, or you mean people?
Men and women,
and children, and the juvenile system.
Yes.
Oh no! How many people in the country? There's 330 million people in America, right? Something like that.
So out of 100 people, how many you think would commit a crime to where they should be locked up? Out of 100 people,
the people that committed crimes, the criminals.
Okay, the percentage I'm trying to get to is this. Do you think that 10 to 20% of the people in America today are guilty of a crime in which they should be locked up?
Yes, we could be.
It could be. It's possible. It ain't far-fetched.
So will we say 10 or 20%?
Negligible.
Yeah, call it 15. What you got? Let's say 15%.
Okay. See, here's the deal. If you say 15%, see, 10% of 350 million people is 35 million people. So right now, just with the numbers, 35 million people, and that's on the 10%, should be locked up.
That ain't fair though, because a lot of them are children underage.
I just asked you. I mean, so what you want? See, here's the deal when it comes to crime and punishment. It's real easy to set and say this should happen or that should happen. But when we look at if we could create a system that would actually work and keep a society safe. See, right now, with only 2 million people in prison or locked up, that's less than half or 1% of the population.
Okay. Okay. So is your point you think more people need to be locked up? Are you saying that as bad as people are making jail out to be, as far as how many melanated folks are locked up, it ain't enough?
Of course.
And the real question is, what is jail? What is prison? So lock people up for what? What's the purpose? Are they being rehabilitated?
That's my thoughts. Yeah, rehabilitation. I know that may sound crazy today. We know jail is a business now, but now that makes more sense. Like maybe 15% of U.S. population needs rehabilitated. I'll crank rehabilitation up to 30% now. Shoot.
But
see, here's what I'm saying, guys. Okay, I'm gonna ask you, how many people you think should be in the mental hospital right now? 1 million, 2 million, 3 million?
A lot more, but they closing a lot of those down. I used to work in mental health for
See, there you
17
go.
years, Mr. Wilson.
Mental homes, a lot more than mental homes. I believe these folks are sick.
And that part of healthcare does not pay you as much as other billable services, unfortunately. And so I have to let you fly by the wayside and almost become a criminal so that I can put you under the term of guilty but mentally ill and still institutionalize you. And so while I understand what you're saying about who should be in jail, the actual thought of rehabilitation. I worked in a mental health unit in a max level prison, and there was always a headbutting of what they call therapy or treatment versus security. First of all, if we're in the prison and we're here both for the inmate or the population itself, there should be no versus when it comes to us. But because I am there from a treatment aspect, and I understand that there are people that malinger and fake mental illness because of debt, fear, and everything else that goes on. There are also persons that suffer from those things that we talk about in terms of DID or multiple personalities, real bipolar persons that have committed crimes in their manic phases, what have you. And when those particular people are not seen as having bona fide mental health issues, and you want them to be treated as nothing more than a person who committed a crime, you are saying in broad terms you don't want anybody to be rehabbed. And thus, even though I don't think the prison should be as cushy as it is, the premise of rehabilitation is taken away when they eradicated educational programs because they don't want you to do anything to deviate from heinous behaviors. When they have barber programs that are so few and far in between in terms of the people who can even get into some of those trade type of skill sets. And like I said to start with, counseling and the mindset to even want to gravitate to those things is not something that's pushed more so than the opportunity to separate, divide and conquer, and have us create sectors for each other so that the agenda is to survive and not to rehab. But I digress.
What you got, Mr. Wilson?
I just want to say everything you said, sir, yes. But now here's the thing, and please, like I said, I've had my problems in the past, and I believe in Jesus Christ, and that's how I got through it. Now, I said all of that to say this. Just like when we sing, now when it comes to rehabilitation, to me, that is up to the inmate. Because you can do whatever you want. If a person don't want to rehabilitate itself, he won't. But to me, a lot of people don't want to rehabilitate themselves because, as you see, they can get food and grills into the penitentiary, but they don't fight to get a book in. You see what I'm saying?
Understood totally.
They'll fight for everything wrong and nothing right. And I know. So I said all of that to say this. That person has to come to a point to where they say, I am not going to go through this again. I am sick and tired of this. Now, one of the things you said, which is so true. Now, here's the one thing I do agree with when someone gets locked up. I believe in firm but fair. And I also believe no fornication, no stabbing, and no extortion. You're there to do your time. You're not there to go through more crime and be punished more by other people. And so when we have a system that can do that, but now also I am for no food and no water for 3 and 4 days. Because I know if you break a person down with no food, no water for 3 and 4 and 5 days, their minds do kind of click.
Okay.
Okay.
What the fuck is this, man? What's wrong with these folks? They were these folks getting us for them. Oh man, this shit here ridiculous. Look at this shit. This shit bubbling, man. Look at the pudding, man. The fuck? Coleslaw. Stop it.
Huh. So that's prison coleslaw. I mean, I guess survival is a thing. So if you're in this predicament, you ain't gonna starve to death. You're gonna start eating at some point. But man, if you already know this beforehand, don't get locked up. You don't want to eat this.
That's why they be all hard up on that commissary, Mr. X. Yeah, see, here we go. They eating prison food. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Wilson, but that's for the poor folks. Big D-boy Nug Nut to get locked up. He ain't eating none of this. He going to commissary. He getting his oodles and noodles, the latest Doritos. And yeah, that's why they get all big. Shout out to Cali Muscle. This is for the non-resourceful inmates,
Well,
right?
They get times when they are under lockdown, though, and it ain't no commissary. So you locked down for 90 days. You're going to eat this. All right. So, all right. And like you say, most people ain't that, though. You speak about it's the same in prison as it is in the free world. All right. It ain't like 90% of prisoners are eating high on the hog. No, it's the same thing.
Mr. Wilson, real quick. Because I'm a medical professional, Mr. Wilson. 4 days without water is death. You can't go 4 days.
Somebody got something in the background going.
It ain't me. Mr. Wilson, 4 days without water is death. You can go 2 weeks without food, but you cannot go more than 3 days without water.
Sir, I've been 4 days and 4 nights without food and water.
Yeah, that's a damn lie.
More than once or twice.
Without water?
Yes.
I've been without food and water in my life.
I gotta Google this because I think, yeah.
Well, you can Google it. I've never
without water.
How many days? How long?
I went 4 days and 4 nights without food and water.
Mr. Gavin, after 4 days, you enter multi-organ failure at that point. That's the point of no return.
Here we go. An average person can survive about 3 to 5 days without water, but this can vary significantly based on factors like climate, activity level, health status. Survival without water is much shorter than without food. So Mr. Wilson went 4 days.
Yes.
AI said you got 3 to 5. So Mr. Wilson, you fall within there.
So Mr. Walker, didn't I start off by saying I'm the medical professional?
Yes, sir. Yes, you did.
I'm a licensed medical. I'm not no CNA, no bull crap. I'm the real deal. You did not go no 4 days without no. You might have went 4 days without food, but you didn't go 4. I don't want to derail this, but I just wanted to. So Mr. Wilson is about killing the inmates by sending them through dehydration. I get it.
And waterboarding. So you gonna get water. It's just gonna
No,
give you
you don't waterboard nobody. You don't waterboard nobody. I do know what I've been through. Just like I got one for you. What were you doing July 20th, 1968 at 4:30 p.m., sir?
Not paying you any attention. That's what I was doing.
What were you doing 1969?
Not
Saturday.
paying you no attention.
Sir, this is why you do not know what you think you know. See, you want to tell people what you think you know. I know what I've been through, and I know there are people that are dead and gone. You ask them about me going without food and water, they will tell you, when mama died, I went through hell, son. And mama died Thursday, August 18th.
Let's connect some dots, Mr. Wilson. Let's find a healthy ground. I believe you. So, Brother TJ, once again, what are the effects of going without water for that prolonged amount of time? What's the effects?
Multi-organ failure.
including probably the brain, a couple
Yes.
little bit of brain damage. Okay,
Everything.
So there we go. So,
Let me tell you
Mr.
something. After day 2, you become delirious from dehydration. After day 2, you become mentally delirious, unstable.
So here's my point. So you both, I believe you both are true. Or saying you both are right. So TJ, he ain't lying. He know what he know. He's an educated man. There
Mr. Walker.
there are adverse effects, but Mr. Wilson, to going that long. And do you think you experienced some adverse effects from going on that long without water?
Well, look at
I've been through so much shit. I didn't experience adverse effect from neutrinos. You crazy? Yeah, of course I didn't experience. You can't go through what I've been through and not experience some crazy shit.
I mean,
Or
without your body and your mind.
mentally, like it probably had
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. For sure, right on.
So there we go. I'll say this: if you're just coming in, hit the like button.
But I know what Jesus Christ is taking too.
Watch out! Get your bitch ass on. Fuck on. Both of you. Get your nigga. Eat your ass. Do it then. Do it then. He go. Touch me, bitch. I'm waiting on you to touch me. Scared because you gonna mace me. That's why I ain't trying to touch your gay ass. Alright, my nigga. I tell you, I'm gonna do it to your ass, bro. You ain't gonna do shit. Enjoy your shit. Go, let that shit go. Let that shit go.
Go home, baby. Go home.
What's this? Stay right here. I'm not worried about no nigga. Call whoever, bro.
Are they with y'all?
Worried, my nigga. What's this? I'm not worried about nobody.
You need to be worried. All right. I will say stop with the bravado. This young ninja said, okay, I got something for you. Watch this. Now, this dude is the security guard at the gas station. This is Milwaukee. Shout out to Jay Prince. He claimed that this dude on the left is his nephew. So not the dude that's instigating, but the kid with the hood on. Jay Prince claimed that's his nephew. This happened in Milwaukee.
I hate that me and Jay Prince from the same place.
It's the gas station security guy. You see, he ain't that big. He got his bulletproof vest on. And he telling these dudes, I ain't scared. Brother, you better find another profession.
Immediately. This is not top flight security of the road, Craig. That was a movie. They will end you out there. These brothers ain't these YNs as y'all like to call them. I don't call them that. They ain't got no respect for they brothers, they peers. But they don't like you. They peer with they're trying to have some kind of authority over them. It'll never work out.
So yeah, this is at a gas station. Young brother crashing out. You know, the dude maced him in the beginning, and he's still trying to do something. Why are you squaring up with this man? Do something. You done did all this.
Welcome in, brother Jay Tillman. Shout out to that nice little blue old school. I like that. It was like Cadillac.
That look like a Lincoln.
Welcome in, brother Jay Tillman.
What's up, gentlemen?
Okay. Welcome in, brother.
I want to make sure you don't have any weapons on you.
Oh,
If I
man,
had a
not this
weapon on
again.
me, I would have used it on you when you decided you was going to break my door. Why? What would you do with your weapon then? I would have hurt you because you broke my door.
You know you're.
Because you broke my door.
You're threatening the police.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You just said if you had a weapon, you.
I said if.
You said if you had a weapon, you would hurt me with it.
If.
Okay.
But I don't.
Can you shut that door?
Right. Can you close my door? My valuable door?
Okay, that's fine.
Can you close? Can somebody close?
We close
Barry,
the driver's door.
Barry, can you close my door so my car don't die in the middle of the fucking road? I really do appreciate it. Really would appreciate that.
Or do we have a supervisor or not, sir?
I'm finna blow me. Blow the fuck out of me. Especially if I'm late for work.
So here we go. We sitting up here tonight. We talking about these YNs are crashing out. You know, this guy here, a lot of feminine energy. He don't know how to handle his emotions, and they lead to prison. This dude in prison, y'all know what he will be doing.
He ain't getting no bunk. We asked which bunk was the good one. He's sleeping on the floor, baby. Golly. I ain't get this is bad. I'm gonna leave this one alone. Somebody else can go first because this is terrible. You already said what I said. This is mama. Ain't a masculine freaking cell in his body. That's extremely unfortunate. And here's the thing. He didn't learn these mannerisms by himself.
No.
He was sitting there as a kid, 5, 6, 7 years old at the gatherings and the functions with his aunties and them, and he was absorbing this. Never once did he ever see a masculine man standing in a masculine frame.
He was one of those little boys that were walking around his mama high heels in house coat, and everybody talking about how cute that was. That's what that boy was.
Exactly. They encouraged it. Oh, he just a kid. It's all right. It's sick.
Sickness.
That part. So what you got, brother Jay? Welcome up.
What's up, gents? Gav, Walker, everybody else, the rest of the panel, man. I had some stuff, man, I wanted to get off my chest earlier, man, but I'm up there cooking on the grill and trying to get food done and situated, man. And then she got me fixing the sliding doors. Like, can you come look at this? I'm like, come on, man. You know, I just told you I was about to get on the panel, man.
Welcome to husbandhood.
What's up, man? I wanted to say something earlier about that dude that was flipping out, man. I used to love watching like bodybuilding, and I kind of know a little bit about the culture and stuff like that. When guys get on some extra supplements, some gear, that guy's chest, his nipples was puffy.
I seen that, Jay. I seen that too.
That could be something going on hormonally, or he could have been taking some stuff to throw him off and throw his balance off or something like that. I saw it. I was like, man, that might be why he's like unhinged. He can't control himself because he's taking stuff. But
could it be some kind of natural? Because
it could be. It could be.
Some boys, when they go through puberty, they can develop little. It usually goes away by the time they're in their 20s, whatever. But yeah, when they're going through puberty, it's little weird stuff like that can happen to boys.
And it could be because his testosterone could be up, so his estrogen would rise to try to balance out the levels, and that could cause that gyno. So I just wanted to say that. But this guy right here, I watched this earlier today. Man, this brother right here, man. We all got him in our family. We all seen him in our neighborhoods. We've seen this type of guy, man. But I don't know if this one right here that's getting arrested right now or whatever, I don't know if he's mentally there.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I understand he's effeminate, but this is way too far, man. His aggression, his anger, is something's going on.
That's his mama. That ain't nothing. Ain't no boy. Ain't no Y chromosome there. Respectfully, like, I'm not trying to punch down, but no man acts like this. It has become too normal to see the male species. I can't call this individual man. It's become common to see males act like this. This is Chernobyl.
And I would say this: stop threatening the cops. That's the second guy tonight that. He gonna say, if the cop said, you don't get it. It don't work like that in the court of law. He'll say, if I had a firearm, I would delete you. But I'm only saying if.
Gav, the only people that threaten like this that I've ever seen threaten like this is females. Because they don't think there's no repercussions. They can say anything.
I hate, and I keep it's tough to categorize it as anything other than feminine behavior, but it's not really feminine. You know what I mean? It's something else. It's unhinged. That's what I'm trying to change how I say, because I would not say if a woman was acting like it'd be feminine, she'd be acting kind of brutish and masculine. It's unhinged. I'm trying to find the words because he ain't acting like a female per se, a terrible female.
But we know which kind of females he's acting like.
Like a Kundra female.
Bonquishas.
That part.
Not black women. I'm not saying black women. I'm saying bonquishas.
Bonquisha.
I just want to make that clear.
Yeah. So you ran in the back of me on purpose?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I hate cops, man.
Yeah? All right.
Yes.
Wherever you want it. So my vehicle's just been hit. Starting the ambulance.
Hey, what happened?
You tell me.
I need a new car.
Somebody ran into me, pushed my vehicle into the other vehicle, started an ambulance, need a supervisor. Here, come over here, buddy. Get out of the road. Here, have a seat real quick. Have a seat. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
What happened, dude?
I don't know, man. I've been drinking.
You been drinking?
Yeah, I've been drinking.
Okay.
And I took some weed pills.
Some weed pills?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else in the car?
Nah, it's just me.
187. Started trooper. Here, just sit down, man. Just sit down.
All right.
Is that the
Driver
Hellcat?
tells me he's been drinking and took some weed pills.
Here, let me get
No. Sit down, sit down.
Okay.
I don't want you to get hit, okay? Hey, you guys all right up in there? All right, just hang tight, okay?
Can I stand up? My head's getting like...
Just sit down, man. You just in a bad accident. I don't want you to get hurt. Okay? You wandering around out in that traffic, somebody gonna hit you.
Somebody gonna hit me.
You got CTE.
I got insurance. It ain't gonna cover that though.
Well, I don't know, but that's not what we're concerned about right now. We're concerned about everybody's okay, all right?
All right. I did that on purpose, sir.
What, you hit me on purpose?
Yeah, I did.
Why is that?
Whoa.
I'm bored.
You're bored?
I'm bored.
So you ran in the back of me on purpose?
Yep.
Why is that?
I hate cops, man.
Yeah? All right. We got an ambulance coming, okay?
All right.
All right.
They gonna take me home or I'm going?
I don't know. You ain't got no weapons on you, do you?
No, sir.
All right. Go ahead and put your hand behind the back for me.
All right. So am I going in the ambulance?
They're going to come and check you out, okay, partner?
Okay.
All right.
You put my wallet back in my pocket?
Yeah.
Okay. So all night, these brothers be telling on themselves, I'm going to delete you. He ran his car into the back of this cop. This just happened like 3 weeks ago. And he hit his car. And then he said, I didn't know. First, he said he drunk. I'm drunk. So maybe that'll hold up in court. Maybe I was just drunk. CTE, I'm talking. You better get a good lawyer because you see how fast they put the cuffs on them? Because it went from an accident to a crime that fast.
Because of his words. It went from an accident to the cops saying, be cool, what's happened? He said, I meant to do that. Hands behind your back. That's crazy insane. Keep your mouth shut. If y'all gonna be out here doing wrong, drinking and drugging and driving, I don't know. When you F up your life and everybody else's, at least be quiet. Is that advice?
That part, what you got, brother Mailbox?
You muted.
Can't hear you.
I don't really know if this dude got some mental health issues that's compounded by his drug use, but I don't think I ever seen anything like that in my life where you actually he had 3 different confessions all in the same situation right there, and tell me that accident don't contribute to some sort of TBI that's making this even worse. I'm not saying he not being forthright with some of his words, but my God, that's absolutely insane that nobody has called any type of paramedic, anything out there, even when in the questioning, even when he was not being arrested. I didn't hear anybody on a walkie-talkie making. He did. Okay.
He called. Yeah, as soon as he called in for him.
All right. I just like the way in which he is being engaged and telling on himself in 4K. I can't believe that's just being inebriated, but that's all I got for you.
It seemed like dang there cry for help. I was bored. You weren't bored. This boredom don't do this. Like I said, maybe mentally unwell, maybe depressed, maybe trying to delete yourself via police. That's a thing too, right? Deletion via law enforcement, attacking them so that they do draw on you and put you down. But this ain't boredom. Anything else but that.
And this crash was violent. So
yes.
Man, He is about to be charged with attempted homicide. I mean, you name it. He gonna mess around and do 15 years for this. What you got, Jay? I'll get you in.
Man, that's a childhood friend of mine was a sheriff's deputy, man. This is how he got taken out this world, man. On the side of the road like this. That's ooh, man. Oh, and the people in the car. What about them? What happened? Are we going like, man, I don't know. I don't know what to say, Gav.
Yeah, he checked on the people in the car up front. They said they are all right, but this is just put on display, man. The crash outs. This is the temperature of the world. Folks acting like this. I understand that there's more cameras and camera phones out nowadays, but nevertheless, it's getting dark. It's getting darker as this year goes on. Hate to say it, but y'all better stay frosty.
And I don't know what that the police cam. I don't know what that's going to do to him in court. I'm thinking from like a legal aspect, man. Like Postman said, TBI versus him being intoxicated. He's confessing to having alcohol in his system. He's confessing to having THC in his system. He's confessing to hating the police. Like how compounded do these charges get when he goes in front of the judge?
He gotta have a good attorney. He ain't got enough money for the attorney he gonna need to sit there and try to plead some kind of mental instability. You see what I'm saying? Judge, he mentally unstable, he done crashed, gave him instant CTE. Everything he did and said after the accident, null and void. Good luck.
He better hope he has he needs to go to the hospital and hope he has a concussion. Because I was listening to him and I was a little bit concerned because the cop was trying to make him sit down, which is if he has a concussion, some kind of head injury, the cop, forcing him down like that becomes liable for whatever happens to him at that point. You want somebody, especially like that, you want them upright. You want them, you can better assess, better assess their health. Now, if it's a neck injury, of course you want them down and immobile. But yeah, I don't know. That was just kind of crazy. I don't know what possessed him to do that, other than he got triggered by the cops or something like that. Because ain't no way in the world, as much as I dislike the police, I ain't no way in the world I'm gonna run my car into one of them. I don't want no parts of them jokers.
What you got, Mr. Wilson?
Just asking, has anybody ever been drinking and driving?
Yeah.
And you didn't run into nothing? Okay. Well, thank God.
I didn't run into the cops. I'll say that.
Well, no, but see what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure that boy didn't mean to run into no cops. Okay? Just number one, I'm sure he did not mean to be drinking, driving on dope or whatever and run into cops. Now, me personally, I know I've been drinking and driving when I was young. I ran into stuff and I didn't mean to. And so all I can tell you is this: don't drink and drive.
Amen. Don't.
You drink, drive, you're gonna run into something.
It ain't worth it. Yeah, don't do that. Shout out to Mr. Wilson. Ain't nobody up here, no saints. That was many, many moons ago, before kids and all that. But yeah, definitely did. First time I was in college. That was wild. I remember my first, I didn't really drink till I really got to college. I got in my daggone old 85 Dodge Diplomat, and I was driving on the wrong side of the road. I said, whoa, okay, we drunk, baby.
and the mechanism of injury, what the impact that happened, if they can find out the speed at which he was going, because the airbags deployed in the cop car.
It did.
And the crunch zone of his vehicle is done. So if he's, any lawyer worth they salt is going to be able to say the mechanism of injury, whatever he says, he's not liable for anything. Even if he was drunk before, anything that he actually says after that accident is inadmissible because of the mechanism of injury, potential brain injury, yada, yada, yada. So his adrenaline, I know his adrenaline is through the roof also.
And he just started ramming off all kind of crazy stuff. He has some kind of head injury from whatever. We can't talk about what happened, what caused him or the thing. And if I were him, I'd get in the court and please too. I don't remember nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds crazy. That's the thing.
The footage is the footage, though. He said it on camera, so it's damning. Don't matter what you go in there and say whatever you want. It's on footage. It's over.
Yeah,
but the truth may not be the reality, though.
The 1980s is over, okay? The 1980s and 90s is over, guys.
Gavin, confessions have been thrown out for less.
Against the police?
Confessions have been thrown out for less.
No, they ain't throwing that out. Why would they? Why would that benefit them to throw that out?
No.
The police have no control over that, though.
The police have no control over that.
Well, they don't postpone the charges, and they
the court. The DA has no control over it. That would be a judge's decision.
Are they all under the same umbrella? So
that'll be a judge's decision.
All that they gonna try to lock this dude up.
Oh yeah. They're gonna try to lock him up. I'm just saying. The judge have thrown out confessions on less than this. So
okay, like is it on like kind of on the grounds that it may have been, unlawful, maybe coerced confession, stuff like that?
Show us. Was it a young black man trying to run over the cops? Was that the context?
The thing is, though, the everything that preceded before his video recording confession, everything after the actual accident can be tossed.
That's what I was thinking.
Because of the accident.
That's what I was thinking. So he because as soon as he got the car, he walked over. First thing he said was, "I need a new car."
I need a new car. Yeah.
That seems Mr. X Mr. I wouldn't but he seemed like he's instantly unwell after the accident. As soon as he got the car, first he said, "I need a new car."
Listen here. I hear everything y'all saying. It's 2025 where everything going on in the country. This just happened. They are about to lock this dude the hell up.
Yes. But that don't mean he's gonna stay locked up, and that don't mean that they're gonna take his confession.
Yeah,
we're Team Peterson, that man.
Y'all going on hope. I ain't no hope. It's over.
They hope he got a good lawyer. How much time you think you're gonna get? I mean, this is fresh and it's gonna be public information. How much time do we think he's gonna get? We're gonna look it up and see.
So yes, we'll be on the lookout.
Yeah.
All right, we will maybe report in a few months or weeks, but yeah, they about to lock him up.
Lock him up, dude.
You know what? You're not gonna listen. You're not gonna listen. We'll park this fucker. He's trying to tell you what.
I don't give a fuck what you trying to tell me, homeboy. Right. You gotta learn how to talk to me, motherfucker.
I tell you right now, this is my truck and I'm responsible.
Fuck this whole ass truck.
Park this motherfucker.
Fuck is you talking about? You got me fucked up. For real.
Yeah. Well, I just tried to tell you something.
I don't give a fuck what you trying to tell me, motherfucker. Watch how you talk to me.
All right, well, then park it. You're all done.
No problem.
I'll take you right back to Ypsilanti.
No fucking problem.
Park it, right?
Now, I guarantee you ain't about to be talking all that stupid ass shit you was talking when I was driving. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you ain't about to be talking all that dumb ass shit you was talking. Let's get the fuck out this.
Is this Top Pro? Where you at, Top Pro? This how you lost your job?
Fuck you up, nigga. Fuck is you talking to, blood?
You're talking no nigger here.
Fuck is you talking to, blood? I'll beat your motherfucking ass, homeboy.
Yeah, with the hard ER.
Fuck wrong with you? I'll beat the fuck out of you in here. You better watch how the fuck you talk to me.
Well, I told you.
I don't give a fuck what you told me. Watch how you talk to me. You will get fucked up in here, Dave. Straight up.
I'm not gonna put up with it.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'll beat your ass in here, motherfucker. I'll beat the fuck out of you. You better watch how you talk to me. I'm a grown ass man.
So am I.
Fuck is wrong with you, bitch ass nigga?
They about to cry.
My man said, so am I. Listen here, brother. You driving his truck. All right. This is the worst. My man said, pull over. This is how you know you got to be your own boss out there. You can't be up under Uncle Charlie's thumb. He said, make sure your turn signal's on. Make sure you're hitting the brakes too hard. All that. It's just too much.
Uncle Charlie, he ain't got no decorum. I know what happened here. Yeah, he was sitting there and he was instructing this brother driving with disrespect. Come on, put your turn signals on. Don't merge like that. Come on, you're in the wrong gear. But here we go. Shout out to Brother Mailbox Sports. Emotional regulation. Every last person that made millions of dollars working with Steve Jobs had to have superior emotional regulation because he talked to them like they was ran over dog doo-doo. And why did he do it? Because he knew that working with him, they was going to make more money than work with anybody else. And that's how Uncle Charlie get down. So that man with the truck, he said, "It's my truck. I'm gonna talk to you how I sees fit, ninja."
That part. What you got, Mr. Wilson?
Mike. Okay, there it is. That's the thing when you work with people. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. You know, I'm not sure what was the last straw, but whatever was the last straw, it went from 0 to 100. You know, and yeah, that's why you got to work for yourself.
Or know how to work with people. Like
Yeah.
you say, have some, emotional
Yeah.
intelligence or whatever y'all was saying, and be able to regulate yourself.
That's it. Being in situations like this, it pays to be able to regulate your emotions or control your nervous system. But again, that's a big old if, and it's much easier said than done, especially back to adolescence when you grew up and you never seen it done. If you have never seen proper conflict resolution, that's what I search it for. Conflict resolution, then you're done. Shout out to Jordan Peterson. Like, just a little tidbit for us parents. It is very healthy for our kids to see us have proper conflict resolution compared to ducking away and they hear yelling behind the door and don't know what went on. So yeah, there you go. So emotional regulation and conflict resolution.
And sometimes you need to roll around at work. I done seen people fight when I was in the shop back in the day. I done seen man get ripped out the car, all that, and they kept their jobs. All right, every once in a while, it builds morale.
A little bit. I didn't have little, verbal squabbles at work.
And that can all work out, but you got to understand the situation. Like in this instance right here, I don't think this the workroom floor. We can't we can't quarter off a section and go at it, and we're gonna be buddies later on. So today, until I get out of Uncle Charlie truck and go ahead and get my own load going on, where I can really establish myself, time, space, and opportunity is how you gonna essentially be able to play out your life. The time wasn't there, that wasn't the space for it, and you limiting your opportunities by you got into that game, you chose to be here with knowing you can be paired up with a guy like this. And both of y'all just referred to the team concept. Mr. Walker say like being on a team as opposed to being singular. Right now, this is the team thing right here. I don't have to like you. I have to know how to work with you. And so at that instance, at the next rest stop or whatever, we could easily have a conversation with this man to check him on how he's talking to me in a different tone. I cannot guarantee that he's going to go ahead and acquiesce to what I want. At the same time, I can go ahead and make it known what ain't going to happen. And if I choose to go off the deep end the second time around, that's up to me. But even at that point, I can understand better how to ascertain what I want by playing the situation out the right way. Meaning either I don't care and we're going to handle it the way my boy just did, or play the long game, figure out how we can either get a new instructor on the next go round or something that may be more conducive to what I want to get, because I want a result and that won't yield me the result. With that being said, guys, I love both of y'all shirts. It's time for me to go be an indentured servitude to this thing called sports. It's Monday Night Football, Bears, Commanders. Bear down. I got to talk to y'all boys later on. We got to hit this live button. I'll talk to y'all. God bless, man.
Appreciate you, Postman. Thanks for coming, brother. Appreciate you.
Make sure y'all go over and subscribe to Postman. All right, over at Mailbox Sports. All my sports heads, go over and check out. I ain't been keeping up this year with the NFL, but go and check it out.
There you go. Yeah,
shout out to all my shipboard sailors who know what the water heater locker or the berthing or the supply closet is for.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about
it's
that.
for conflicts just like this right here.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Everything is strapped down tight, but you ain't moving no furniture in there.
Okay.
What you got, Mr. Wilson?
Well, see, I understand a lot of you guys are talking about times, in the past. Just like you're showing this video today about people crashing out. More and more, we're hearing about people going to their jobs and just going postal. Remember, going postal used to be a thing where the post people would just only shoot at each other at the post or not. A postman would shoot, back in the 90s. Today, we got even women going to some of these places, going back because they're mad and shooting or stabbing somebody. So anymore, I just say, hey, don't even get to that point, because just like he's yelling at that guy or whatever, old white bread could have pulled out one and act a fool right there. We never know anymore.
True. Coulda. I was thinking the same thing. I say, what if he reach out and pull out that little pocket pistol? You in trouble now?
Man, right there.
And we done seen this once before.
Tell me I just did all that work. You didn't work for 3 hours. Right. I just did all that work, and how much you gonna give me? $10? Yeah. $10? Well, what's wrong with you? $10? Get out. I'm about to slap the shit out of you. $10?
You see, you can't be at the mercy of these brothers. He said, I don't work. White man said, you only work for 3 hours.
$10.
For 3 hours, ninja. That's $10.
He said, trust me, that white man explained.
Come on, man.
That white man explained that $10. He said, listen, boy, it's under the table. That's cash. That's green. You ain't got to file that. He said that $10 is equivalent to at least $22. Mr. Wilson.
Oh God.
Huh? I don't work for them wages. See that? Yeah, I got you beat me. Have you ever worked for under minimum wage, Mr. Wilson? Have you?
Guys.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Have you ever worked for
Yes, I
minimum wage?
have. Yes, I have. And I know what it's like to crash out on somebody when you don't get paid. Yeah. I know what that is like. I really do. And I didn't mean to. Okay. But
accidental crash out.
He worked 3 hours for $10.
That's rough. What's that, man? What's that? $3.33 an hour?
Pretty much.
Well, that's why you're supposed to negotiate your terms up front. You don't do some damn work and then put your hand out and say, what you paying me? So you already a fool.
See, and don't let them give you no half but answer. Say, all right, how much I'm gonna make. And they'll say, we'll see at the end of the day. Or they'll say, your pay gonna be based on how hard you work. Don't ever accept those answers. You need a dollar amount every time.
Yeah, that was wicked. Or else you're gonna end up here.
They want to see the grill. Everybody asks me how I do what I do with the cooking. This is the coil basically that I put up under the bed.
And y'all remember the other day I was talking about how they was lighting the fire. That's primitive. Excuse my English. They done stepped it up to the coils to where they can plug it into an outlet, and then they gonna split it, get the two ends, very simple. Don't do it at home, but if you locked up, hell.
Yeah, that's pretty much a taser. Shoot. That thing. And they using the bed. Did y'all catch that? That ain't no lead. That's not a countertop. That ain't some little thing over to the side. That's his bed.
Ain't no countertop. Ain't no little thing to the side. Yeah, that's why I told y'all that last time we was reviewing this. Most times it's the bed.
That's his bed. Cooking on the bed. No, they all cook on their
bed. That's the bench at the table.
And he polished that down too, because that's painted.
That's the bed. Ain't no bench at no table. That's his bed.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's see.
He said it, Mr. Wilson. He said it.
Hold on. Let it play.
Okay. This is the coil basically that I put up under the bed, up under the grill, and I hope.
That's his words. Up under the bed, up under the grill. All right. Granted, there are some, Mr. Wilson. This ain't like saying it's everyone, but this is what we witnessed.
I'm like, I can't see the young man's name, the other young man in the blue. I can't see it.
Jay Tillman.
Like you said, he polished that, because see, for it to be that clean and the way he got that, seriously, he got that set. I'm shocked. You're right. It's his bed. I gotta give that prisoner credit. He's doing his work. That's all I can tell you.
There we go. We ain't gonna take nothing from him.
Put it up there with the cans. I don't know where my cans at, but I'm about to put it together and I'll give y'all a little video. I'll show y'all how it look. So, it's the grill right here. This is what it looked like. It's the bump.
No, that's
I just cleaned it off. You know, got all that rust and all that shit off of there. All that weather, you know, stuff off of there.
That's the bunk. All right, that's the metal bed. So you gotta sleep on the same bed that you cook on. You gotta piss. What my man Beanie Siegel say? Piss, gargle, and spit. Same water you ish. All right, all that. It's just you don't want to end up here, young men.
Yeah, you can't make that seem appetizing. He scraped the paint off of that section and polished it to try to make it palatable.
See, that's why I thought of it. But yeah, he put his work in on that one. Yeah, he did.
Is this what if the guards come in and see that he done altered their property? Is that an offense?
No, he gonna just cut the onions up and put the little oil in it and then make it toot 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 toot. The guards gonna laugh and they're gonna keep walking.
Like the hibachi.
Well, we talked about it last time. Y'all was saying that the guards be eating some of the food sometimes, and like say you don't want to upset the apple cart when there's 1 or 2 guards and there's 40 prisoners. You know what I mean? They ain't about to be cracking the whip too hard.
Hey Jay, he gonna be sitting there. They gonna look. He gonna say, "Open wide." He gonna stuff some people piece of Slim Jim in his mouth.
They gonna take some of that jail wine too, squirt it in there. And you know the prison guys, they wives might not cook them no food. So they're gonna be like, hey Johnson, put one of them on for me.
Egregious.
Weather, you know, stuff off of there. Got it nice and right. And what I do is I take the coil, you know, that I showed y'all, and I hold it up against the bottom of the box.
So that's what I was hitting on. They normally, you see the Pepsi cans, you gotta have that foil, or they got the coffee can deal, and you just holding it up, metal to metal, simple. This is cavemen. Cavemen knew how to start fires and, you know, do stuff. So nothing changed.
Terrible.
That's slick because the aluminum doesn't conduct heat well. So it loses heat as it goes through. So you're not gonna catch on fire underneath. Oh man, these guys, man.
Man. Salute.
Look at Mr. Wilson. You act like you want to go commit a crime and get locked up so you can go in here and eat some of this. Calm down, Mr. Wilson.
No.
Stand down. Stand down.
It takes them going to prison to become industrious, which is crazy.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
That's crazy.
And
they're not dumb. They're not dumb.
No.
He could be a electrician.
This is why I believe a lot of guys in the hood that end up in a situation like more understanding and sympathy. They don't have positive outlets. There is true. You know, there are not enough vocational things or, you know, skill building programs for men like this, because these guys could be the next best contractor, the next best electrician, HVAC guy. There is some, you know, circumstances there to stop them, but nevertheless, they're here.
With the cans like that. You feel me? And that's how we do that. You know? That's how we do that. You gotta get you a bar of it. You know? Get you a bar of it. Yeah.
See them Slim Jims?
Hey, that look good.
Yeah, it's all tight.
I
mean, like you said, if you locked up, granted, but like you said, as a free man, I'm thinking too much. I'm like, you cooking on a bed. Ain't no way in hell. My mind, I couldn't eat it, but I guess if you locked up, you in a different state of mind. And I can't put myself there as a free
Bingo.
man.
That's why I said, like, I can't, because if I can't go there mentally, I don't want to do that. No, thank you.
But nonetheless, it's probably pretty tasty, pretty salty.
as heck. Yeah, Slim Jim. All the meat I think already pre-made. He got salty Slim Jims in there as meat. See them little that's Slim Jim. Y'all think I'm lying? I know what
Yeah,
that is.
or the equivalent, like you said, one of the Jack Links or whatever they be getting, one of the deals. That's all they can get.
So here you go. What's the comparison, right? Either bunk bid hibachi or worm mystery meat. Yeah, give me some of that hibachi.
Or last but not, listen to this. Prison has become so expensive in 2025. Inflation is not only on the streets. So if you end up here, you better have some money.
Man, look, man, it's commissary day, man. Y'all out here talking about inflation and all of that, man. Look what we got to go through. $4. $5. $10. A pack of shells, $7, bro. Come on, bro. Hold on, man. I ain't done.
We ain't gonna act like y'all don't see the dude in the back bench pressing with the bags on the stick
full of water.
Because they ain't allowed the weights in there. They gonna find. I just need something heavy. I don't need steel. I don't need something industrial out of a weight room. Something we can lift that's heavy.
See, but as soon as they get out on the outside, they ain't gonna go spend $5-7 for Planet Fitness. See what I'm saying? That's why I feel bad, because you doing this here, but when you back on the outside, you ain't thinking about no type of exercise. They only do this because they bored.
It's survival. This is survival. You get outside, they can go get a toolie, a knife. All right, up in here, you got to bulk up.
That's crazy. Stay bulked up. What they say? If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So anybody looking to go to the Hooskow, start lifting weights now.
Shout out to Ali Sadiq, the comedian. If y'all know about his comedy, man, y'all go check it out. His jailhouse stuff when he talking about Big Brown. Lil One, how much you weigh?
See what I'm saying? Lil One. Dog.
Wicked.
Man. A summer dog, these $10.
Summer dog.
Box of Pop-Tarts, a 3-pack,
whoa,
$8.
You made Pop-Tarts, bro.
Deodorant, we all need hygiene, shorty. Deodorant, $10. A block of little cheese, $6. Hold on, I ain't done. Woo! I know y'all ain't think it was over.
He run this
little bag of Jolly Ranchers, shorty. These $5, shorty.
He run this pod. Whatever this is, he run.
Y'all ain't gonna believe me. These $5. This little bag of Doritos, $5 as well. And these $6. If y'all think I'm bapping, how long? I got the receipt right here, man. I got the receipt right here, man. Real, man. They up in. Listen, bro. They in here overtaxing us. Talking about inflation. Man, we been inflated. Man, they ain't showing no love for the inmates, man. And it's all this supposed to be tax free, man. But they charging us taxes and everything. Like, come on, man. This gotta get better, man. On phone number. This why y'all loved ones call and say they need all that money and this and that, because this shit here high. Man, I got $200 worth of commissary on the table. That shit don't look like nothing.
There you go. $200-something, in the bag. And like you said, they call. That's why they need the big 300-pound bonquishas. They will date pen pals. Put some money on my books. All right. And when I get out, I'm going to marry you. I promise.
This ninja, he also flexing. This a flex. I know this prison culture. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Wilson. You know everything about jail. He up here sitting there showing all his stuff. If he was on the totem pole, they would come back and just take it. You ain't allowed to do this if you ain't top dog. He is strutting. He poking his chest out doing this. I got all my stuff on the table and bet nobody bet not touch it. It's a test. Yeah, this is like Mr. X say. He complaining, but only a very small percentage of inmates moving like this. He ought to be fortunate.
And I'll give brother TJ the floor. I know you got to get out of here. What you got?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I just want to say thank you guys for letting me up. Wish I had a little bit more time, but this is my only day off from the white man. So I just want to spend a few minutes with y'all. Now I gotta go.
Appreciate you, man.
See about something. I gotta go spend some time with my daughter. So
here's my question before you go: could you survive in prison?
Could I? Hell no.
Either. See that? See, shout out to brother TJ. Nope.
I ain't saying I ain't been locked up before. I ain't never been to prison. I've been to jail. I was in jail for about 11 days, but that was back when I was 20, for some dumb stuff. But I could never. Yeah, we used to order oodles and noodles from commissary. The ramen noodles. We'll put them in a Ziploc bag, tape them to the light to cook them. We'll take them.
What?
Huh?
That's crazy. I never heard that.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a heat source. It's a heat source.
That's raw.
I would say this. I wouldn't want to survive in prison.
No.
Yeah, I know the person I would become. It wouldn't. Yeah, it's over. They would have to keep me in there. You can't let me back out.
And understand, jail and prison is very different. Jail is short term. Prison is long term. Prison. A lot of people say they'll rather spend a year in prison than a month in a county jail. You know what I mean? And that's the truth. People regular, you go in there in the county jail healthy and come out with a damn blood clot dead because the county jail ain't no movement there. You just packed in. Yeah, it's bad. County jail is all bad business.
They get free dental though. I know some people go to jail to get teeth pulled, get a filling. All right, something like that. I know a buddy. I gotta get locked up, man. My tooth all jacked up. So that was part of it.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I want no parts of none of this stuff. But y'all keep it up on your growth. I got to get out of here. Red Pit Rail, Mr. Wilson, go get some help. Mr. Tillman, y'all have a good one.
I tell you what, and you go find Jesus Christ.
Damn. He in front of Home Depot.
What's going on, Red Pill? Good to see you, Ninja.
What's up, fellas? Just had to pull up. I had a little time today. I got a little time every day because I'm retired, but I had a little extra time today. You know what I'm saying?
What you got on the topic, man?
Yo, I only just saw y'all talking about this prison stuff, man. That prison lunch, that cuisine, that
hibachi.
Yeah, that prison hibachi, man. That shit germ infested. It gotta be. You know them cats ain't washing their hands like that in jail. Nut scratching, booty picking, dingleberry jangling dudes, man. Picking their toenails. I wouldn't eat none of that stuff. You definitely gonna get the stomach virus.
Well, here we go. I wasn't gonna do this, but before we get out of here, all right. One last video. I ain't want to do this, but
do it.
Here we go.
Do it.
Talk about what y'all wouldn't eat. I'm gonna see what y'all would drink. Shout out to my guy making the prison hooch.
Bruno.
Be an animal. God bless, dig deep, man. You know, Jesus is everything. That's 9/49, 2025, May 6th. I got a canteen, got a lot of my packages. Listen, I haven't sorted everything out yet. But man, you know, I got a whole lot of stuff, man. Stuff sitting over there. Bags over here, bags right here, bags. Honey buns, boxes of all kind of stuff. Got boxes of chips and all that, man. So
this is my guy I was telling y'all about in the last episode. He's the store. He running things. He like the little Walmart, and he be cooking. So he got a restaurant and a store. It's amazing.
Look at his celly. Do you see his celly? See that white t-shirt? That's a human right there. This is still a small sale. So you might be like, oh, I got it good. I got the sale with the chef. No, you don't. He bullying you to no ends. See, look, you got to sit there.
This dude get to eat good every day. I don't know about bullying. He ain't got to do nothing. He always get cooking food. But I'm making this for me and my celly. We about to eat good.
Well, it's pros and cons. He's sacrificing space for food. So, you know, you got pros and cons to life. He living in a warehouse space. He in the broom closet already. Now it's a bunch of shit in the broom closet. But like Gavin said, the boy eating great.
Great germs.
Did y'all hear him say it? He said, I got all these stores up here. What's the name ain't sorted out yet. So
the roommate working for him too, but you got to work for this food. I got all the goods. You can eat what you want, but you're gonna be my employee.
I don't know about that. I don't know if he.
He might be his prison wife. Who knows? But we ain't gonna get it.
The main things is, man, we got that creamer for the drink. So Marcelli poured the drink. We poured the creamer on the drink already. What I'm about to do, I'm gonna stir it up.
Look how close
and get it all stirred up real quick. We got this creamer or French vanilla creamer. This is what we're using. They don't give us like sugar, like real sugar. Like we just can't, like we don't have real sugar, so we got to use everything else that has sugar.
Exactly, because the prison, no, we can't just let y'all order sugar. That will make it too easy for y'all to make the hooch. Y'all got to find other ways. The creamer, all right. You got to save your oranges from lunch and your apple peels and stuff. You got to save everything, all your little juices, everything that got sugar in it, and just you mixing it.
Back to our discussion of health is wealth. You know, I talked about going back to eating red meat, and I talked about the sugar. I believe is my ongoing study. I don't know. I ain't Google nothing, but I believe you can eat red meat as long as it ain't, you ain't got the, you ain't got no digestive issues. However, you should not pour sugar on top of red meat in your stomach because you can't, you can't get fermentation without this sugar. You see what I'm saying? Like I just want to piece that together. But yeah, you can't ferment stuff without sugar. Gotta have sugar.
Do y'all think this why Gucci Man and Gunna came back in shape after jail? You notice that? Jail do some dudes good. Gucci Man and Gunna went in there bad, built a fat, and came back with six packs and stuff after serving a bid. Maybe because they had limited sugar. Unless they were buying honey buns.
And I gotta also say, probably Brother Red Pill, somebody probably told him like it turned out to be a business plan. Like, hey, why you locked up? You ain't doing nothing else. Get in shape so when you come back out, you can be more marketable. So yeah, it did him some good, but I don't think they did it, Brother Red Pill, without somebody in their ear.
And the lack of alcohol too, I think helped.
Yes, yeah.
And when they out, they was partying, having a good time. And when they in, they ain't got nothing else to do but some body weight squats, some push-ups, some crunches, some planks. So they might have had high metabolisms already. It's just the lifestyle wasn't conducive to them being slender. And now they ain't got nothing else better to do. They bored, hop down 50, boom, boom, boom. Now they, look how they were supposed to look.
There you go. If you blowed out and big batted, go do a bid. And if you blowed out and big batted, go get a little misdemeanor, do like a little 6-8 month bid, and you're gonna come back sexy flexy, and your life gonna be changed. There you go, people. The jailhouse workout plan.
There you go. And if you want to accelerate it, smoke some crack and then go to jail.
Listen, I'm gonna let this play. I'll get you in a second, Mr. Wilson.
Content in it. And this is like one of the best ones too, and it makes very good drink, man. So what I'm gonna do, see, this is all the powder right here.
Ungodly.
That they get broken up, stir it up real good everywhere.
Them butt naked hands, no gloves.
Butt naked.
It's all apples, oranges, bananas.
A little salmonella.
We even have some tomatoes in here.
A little dingleberry residue.
But we got lemons too, but we're gonna put those in the next one.
A little bit of
this one is like
it's in a bag
for us to just change it up right now. Yeah, that's how it looks. See the oranges.
That's 100% sanitary.
This is how you turn the drink. So this is what we would call in prison pruno. So this would be pruno in prison. But of course, if you guys went down my page and watched my video, we're gonna turn this into pure alcohol. No different than any kind of distillery, wherever they do.
That's real different.
So we use the best method that we have.
Do they get paid from their YouTube views?
Yeah, this dude be getting paid. And I'll say this, it really ain't no different. The process is different, but like I said, I'm gonna let this keep playing. The outcomes ain't.
Be that animal. Think for and be different. I hope y'all invested. If y'all don't see that crypto is going up right now, man, y'all tripping, man. But it's another day getting this money. Everything been going up. Check out XRP. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So getting this drink ready. Man, we getting go back up real quick because we got a celebration going on next month. And we want to make sure everybody have a good time, man. Whoever want to be invited, man. You want to pull up, you can pull up. We don't care about race. We don't care about whatever you got to do it big, man. Got this right here. I ain't broke them down yet. I got probably 2 more bags coming, and I got 7 more packages coming. If not this week, next week. So yeah, man. But I already got a lot of stuff already. Man, it's so much stuff already. Got more chips and all that coming. Whole lot different kind of chips than the ones I used to order. So you guys are going to see all this filled up too. All right, got my celly doing this. You know, he gotta learn how to get this right.
That goop scoop.
How to get it right already. Oh man, you know, I'm on a countdown, man. I want to go home. I'm trying to get up out of here after 20 years. So make sure, man, I leave him with all the knowledge he need to know. All the little jewels. All the jewels, man. How to get it. Well, I got him saying working this.
Shout out to my guy. He getting out after a dub. This dude, wow. I know you're trying to get in, Mr. Wilson. What you got?
Oh, okay. I'm not a preacher or anything like that. But now you guys see all the germs and shit. How can I not believe in God after going through all of that? Think about it. Think about it. You see all them germs and shit. That's why when we're out, we're like, I wouldn't do it. I would, but like you said, if you're there, you're there. And I'm looking at that and I'm thinking all these germs, especially when he put his hand in it like that. I'm like, God damn. God damn. I'm sorry. Anyway, so no, there's so many reasons I have to thank God. The one thing, so dude's been in there 20 years. No wonder he's got it set up like that, because you just don't go in and have it set up like he's got it set up. No, he's old school. He's been there 20 years. Yeah.
He's serving everybody Pruno.
Oh, yeah.
He's serving the Warden.
He's the best.
So he's showing the process right now. You know, they're going to get it in his bag, and then they getting the fan going.
I have to do that. You know, he lacking still, but it's all right. He gonna get it. Got it. So yeah, we cut on the fan, right? And then now all this you see that's dropping, that's alcohol. This is no different than anything you buy from the store, any hard liquor, all that, even the brown. They just put it in barrels, and that's what changed the color. The wood in the barrels changed the color. And then they put this in glass if they want to keep it clear. But it's the same process, just a bigger distillery, of course, bigger money, and they got all the stuff that, you know, they need in order to make it go sufficiently how they want to. This is just a small piece of how we do it in prison. But it's the same process. The pruno, the mesh, they call it mesh or whatever. It's the same process. Whatever they're using, whether it's corn, whatever they're using, they mix it like that. They put the sugar in there. They let it, you know, what's the name? And then they burn it. They burn it just like this. And then it turns into alcohol. It's the same.
So granted, so when you see these guys at the distillery and they got the coppers, distillers and all that, he said, all I got is a bag, you know, it's a different process. All right. But they're getting the same results in the end with the alcohol.
Questionable. So whenever they using these plastics, it gotta be a food safe plastic. I do know that, because if you get like the wrong buckets and plastic mediums to put this stuff in, that alcohol will leach that plastic, and that's when you start getting jackleg. Back in the day, they said the old moonshiners get jackleg because of contaminants via the, I don't know how to butcher, distilling the liquor. Yeah. So yeah, they still getting it, but quality control is questionable at best.
I'm not trying to drink or eat anything that a ninja was fisting. He was fisting that stuff. I ain't drinking nothing that a dude went elbow deep in and fisted.
And squished it up like
that. The concept of him fisting the drink is disgusting. You know, he don't wash this part of his arm. No, he ain't watching this part.
You saw his fingernails, them long fingernails too.
Booty
That's
scratch
that with his hand. You saw
That's
them
extra
fingernails was
flavor.
long.
That's that old Pruno, Jay. The old Pruno is like the residue on the grill.
It's the mother. It's the mother.
And this is why we tell y'all don't go to prison. All right. Ain't no liquor stores around the corner to go buy a fifth. This is it.
But it's prison wine, huh? Just like a big old buzz bowl.
Same process, period. I'm only saying this like because there's a lot of people that was in the comments, I guess, was talking about Marcelli had his hands inside the Pruno. This don't matter because this is going to get burnt at such a high temperature. It burns off everything. And on top of that, we're not drinking this. Right. Yeah, we're not drinking this. This right here is not being drunk at all. Yeah, that's get boiled, like super boiled. Boiling now. Yeah. All right, so let me see if I can show you guys. Okay, there we go. Now I'm the expert. Now, you be careful. Yeah, so that right there is the alcohol. That's the pure alcohol right there. So we got this inside the bucket. It's boiling. You see that? It's inside there. We got the stinger in there, and it's boiling. And then what we want is just for it to blow up, the steam that comes from the top, and then we cool it down, and then that gives us the liquid that we're looking for. Be an animal. Think different. I'm about to take out the drink right here. I'm about to take out some of it. It's not done all the way yet, but I'm going to get this first burn out, and then I'm going to show you guys just how potent that it really is. So we're going to get this right here out. This is how you take it out. This is how you could take it out. That's the drink right there.
Pure alcohol.
How are they boiling it? Where did he get the heat from?
So he said they got the stinger. If y'all was watching earlier, that's the thing the kid was heating that bench up with. That device, that's called a stinger. So he put that inside the bucket to heat it up.
What is it really used for?
Well, it's two wires and a little makeshift coil. They
made some shit. Okay.
Out the outlet. Yeah. So yeah. It ain't something you could buy. You gotta make it.
Let me get one of those things. Which I was using right across the English Channel. Or flying helicopters. Most of the pilots, when they land, it's like they feel at home. For me, it's the other way around. I'm at home with this guy. Officials in Italy say Baumgartner died yesterday.
Cut that off, and it's gonna blow right back up. Now we're about to take this. I'm about to show you guys what we're about to do with this next, right now.
Years ago, Congress mandated that the State Department.
Got that black back blowing up. Boom. We got the drink that we pulled out right here. I got this can. I'm about to pour some of this drink on this can. Marcelli about to light this wick, and we about to set the drink on fire.
Jesus, I feel like 1,000 Ways to Die all of a sudden. They playing with electricity. They got alcohol. This prison hooch. Jesus be a fence right now. Boy.
Shit like Final Destination. You waiting for it to happen.
I did start holding my breath when he said, I got this. He about to lie. I said, hey, he's been doing this for 20 years. He's safe. We're fine.
They creative though. They like MacGyver in jail. I ain't gonna lie. I went to county before, and I got a county tattoo one time. I got a county tattoo. I traded my
tattoo.
Yeah, I got a jailhouse tattoo when I was in the Army. I went there I was bored. I was in there. It was this white guy named Rusty. He did tattoos on the streets, and he said he'll do a tattoo, and he wanted my enchiladas on Enchilada Tuesday. And I gave him my 2 enchiladas, and he gave me a tattoo. And he used the ink pen, and he took a toothpaste cap, and he broke up the ink pen and put the ink in the toothpaste cap. Then that was back in the day when books used to have staples in them. And he took the staple out of the book and he straightened it up. And then he stuck it in the ink and took some tissue and took a cup of water, and he just tapped. I told him what I wanted. He drew it out, and he did it. Wiped it off with the tissue, and gave me I got a jailhouse tat.
What is it? What is it of?
It's my wife and my son's name.
Okay.
What? Yeah.
They did like a 3-leaf, 4-leaf clover.
Nah.
You
I was hungry as hell that day too, because I had to give him my enchiladas.
That's hilarious.
Starving for that tattoo.
Brother Red Pill of all people got a jailhouse tattoo.
To tell you to see the potency and all that. We know if you set drink on fire on the streets, you get the blue flame, or you can get the clear flame. I mean, that's like, look like it ain't no flame at all. So I just want to show you guys the difference of how this come out, and it's just no different than what you drinking out there on the streets. If you want to. All right, so now I'm about to take this drink right here. This is the one that we just put. I'm gonna take a little bit up out of it. We're gonna pour that right here on top. You wake that shit all over. I know. Oh, I felt. My bad. I'm looking through the camera. There we go.
He's spilling it.
So now my celly about to get the light. There we go.
Was that electrical?
Cut the light off. Let's go. It's lit. It's lit.
I'm trying to make sure it don't stay lit once I take away from it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's lit.
There you go.
And then now there go that blue flame. Take you some gin. Take you some Hennessy, and if it don't light up like this, it ain't that real potent.
Huh. Shout out to him. Hey, no difference between this and what you get on the street. What you got, Mr. Wilson? You ever drunk some prison hooch?
One time.
Was you drunk? I heard a lot of guys. I've watched like the videos. The guys say some people get sick. Some people say it's a different feeling. It's something. All right. I don't know.
My thing is, I only took like one shot or so. Because the thing is, when doing time, to me, you want to have your mind. So no, I'll smoke a little weed, but I ain't doing no coke. I ain't drinking. No, we ain't getting high in prison. Because see, some shit could jump off, and you got to be ready.
See, that's my thought.
But not with him. See what he set up, and see like he did 20. The way you see his setup, he set up. So no, he deserved that. He has worked for that. He deserved that. And all I can say, they're gonna be drunk tonight. Hopefully, nobody get in a fight.
Did he have a TV or a laptop in there? Like what the hell going on?
TV?
They doing too much in jail.
They be in there. The one time I was watching, they was watching the NBA finals, and they're cooking hibachi. It was a whole deal.
Yeah. They're doing too much in jail.
Yeah, alcohol lowers inhibitions. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my God.
Jail used to be punishment. Now I see why cats be crashing out so much and had no problem going back. I think they living too good in jail. We don't got too soft with our jails in America. I be watching what's that stuff where
like
Arrested Abroad or whatever. Them real jails. We need to get back to that because these cats, jail's not enough deterrent anymore. It's too soft. Cats in their phones and YouTube and hibachi and TVs and nah. In Korea, they give you a kindergarten mat. You literally sleep on one of those little kindergarten mats. Go bed.
They don't utilize isolation properly in prison in jails. They don't utilize it properly. They just put you away and keep you in there.
Yeah.
If they could utilize isolation properly, you still have human contact, but you're not gonna have contact to where when you get out in whatever time you have, you're gonna be a better criminal. It's just like a 4-year college, man. You go in there, you learn all the ropes. Oh man, you got caught doing that. Oh no, you got to do this, brother. Like, oh, now when I get out, I know not to do what I did to get in here, and they end up back in here because they do something else different. But if they isolate it differently and encourage like positive reinforcement things, so you're not in groups of people, so you don't if you're a weak person in there, it's gonna predate it. Is that the word? You're gonna get preyed upon. if you weak. So if you take away that component of it, in which they not, because they like to just push people in on top of each other and allow them to do whatever they want to. But if you can separate them and then you can isolate people, you can probably recondition them like they do in boot camp. Hopefully, some people.
Hopefully.
I think prison needs to be uncomfortable. These dudes too comfortable. They not free, but they comfortable. He shouldn't have all that stuff.
What you got, Mr. Wilson?
Well, see that it goes back to what kind of system would you guys agree that America should have, and would you work toward a prison system where it would say rehabilitate some? See, that also the thing with rehabilitation, the difference between someone who committed a crime and a criminal. When a person commit a crime and they're in there, they think, I'm never going to do it again. I'm going to turn my life around. A criminal says, when I get out, I'm going to do this differently. You see what I'm saying? And so with that said, you want to get to those who are actually thinking, I never want to mess up and be here again. But now what kind of system would you design that would make that happen, or that would be more effective than what you're seeing right now?
I got a good answer. I have what I think is a good answer for that. So when they go in, look at the food that they was eating, right? It was all crap. Imagine if they go in and now you got livestock in there yourself. You got pigs in there, cows, goats and stuff. You got fresh vegetables, fresh fruits. It's your responsibility to take care of this stuff in order to feed yourselves, instead of just bringing in horrible crap food. And I would introduce things from around the world, like to show them, like, y'all not isolated to where y'all came from. Did y'all know that this exists out in the world? You know, as you're teaching them trades and different things like that. So you force them to be actually productive in their isolated community, so that when they get out, they want to be productive and do things of that nature, instead of just being isolated. When I say isolated, just isolated in that little box with a celly the whole time, just thinking up different plots and schemes. Now you're actually responsible for your food. If you mess up the food, no, everybody don't eat. You don't eat. So
I like that.
I mean, I think that would be a good, pivot
I like
to our incarceration system.
It's either succeed or fail.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a
And
lot.
be exposed to other cultures and things like that in there. So, like, oh man, this is what they're doing over there. It's not just, oh, I'm just reading the Bible, just whatever, reading the Quran or reading like, no, oh man, this world is so much bigger than my neighborhood that I came from, or my clique, or my gang that I just came from. It's all of us. We all human beings. Everybody living this experience together. Let's, I messed up. Now when I get out of here, I want to actually take part of this life experience when I get out, and not just be, doing the same thing I did when I went back. And it might work for some, it might not work for some, but.
Well, here's what I'll say. I agree with what you're saying on the surface. If people are trying to find solutions, which they are not, and we know prison is business. Man, we had this guy up here showing us, $10 for this, $8 for that. Pop-Tarts is, so all these companies are in bed with the prison systems. So they want to feed, it's all profits. So they ain't about to let them grow a garden and feed themselves when they paying $10 for a box of pop. What do you say, $10 for that? Yeah, so it's all business. That's all you get.
Wow, there you go. There you go, Brother Jay. That right there, just undercut that. There you go. There's not any money to be made with y'all being in here learning how to be self-sufficient. Little money, and we need funding for that. But here, no self-sufficient, but y'all got to pay $10 for Toastums. Them daggone things taste like food coloring and dirty gym socks. I didn't had them before. Them is terrible.
And one thing I was gonna say, I see a lot of these products you can find in like Aldi's. So the same people that's in bed, like Brubman or Brewman, whatever it's called, I be seeing a lot of the products they be having. I'm like, this stuff be in Aldi's. So it's the same.
And that's what I was gonna say earlier when I was cooking before, when I can get on, when I was listening. We got to look at like pre-war, like whatever, 50s, 40s, 50s, when you looked at schools and you look at those old videos of them the teenage boys in schools, they was all ripped up, cut up, pull-ups, running, doing all obstacle courses and all that stuff because they was getting ready for war. So the people in charge said, we need to prep these guys from young. So that in that age, they was getting them ready for war. But now think about what they're getting people ready for. And that's what the system is indicative of the process of what they're getting us ready for, is to just be consumers, to sit, stew, get fat, not ask questions, be comfortable on your little devices, and push into the system, buy from the system and give us your little bit of work that you can do and then go on. War is not the way now. So that's our education system. That's what it's set up for.
See, y'all too nice. I want to keep people from doing their crimes to go to jail in the first place for rehabilitation. I want jail to be so awful, so down bad to where it's not an upgrade from your current life. Some people go to jail and it's an upgrade from how they living on the streets. I want you, we will feed you because you got to eat. We will give you something to drink, water, because you need it. I'm talking the bare minimum to survive. Now, if you get sick, we'll give you the medical health and stuff, but we ain't giving you no fancy meals, nothing flavorful. We don't care nothing about that. You're a criminal. Also, for certain crimes, I would bring back torture. Game of Thrones level torture for certain people with certain stuff. Jail should be a deterrent. People should, when they about to crash out, be like, if I do this, I might go to jail. In jail, all this terrible stuff go down, and they're gonna hesitate. Now people see jail as just they call it a bid. It's talked about jokingly. They play about it because you can go there and yeah, you ain't free, but they notice that people can adjust and get comfortable and live a semblance of a normal life in jail. I would make it to where there is no semblance of normal life, to where when you go there, you feel like the worst 3-5 years of your life. And once you just hear the stories and see the stuff, you be like, yo, because that's how I feel about jail, just from seeing that one joke about the tossed salad man. Well, that one real video about the tossed salad man, that was enough.
Well, I'll say this. I hear you, but I feel like Mr. Wilson don't agree. So I'm going to give him the floor, because I know Mr. Wilson don't agree about what you said. What you got, Mr. Wilson?
No, on the food part, no, I do agree. If you do make it to where you are in jail, and so no, you're not going to eat the same in jail as the people do on the outside. Yeah, that is a deterrent. I do agree with that. Now, I don't agree with the torture unless certain things happen. And what I'm talking about, when the prison fights happen and the night fights and all of that happen, then I don't know, how do you justify, or how do you say, well, this should happen because of this or that? That would be something, I don't know, I would let you all try to figure out when it comes to prison politics. But no, I do, like I said, I don't agree, when a person get locked up, I don't agree that they should be knifed. I don't agree that they should be intercoursed. You know what I'm saying? And I don't agree that they have to conform to prison politics. You know what I'm saying? I agree to a firm but fair system.
Well, here we go.
Because see, you're there to do your time. You're not there to, you're not there for some of the extra shit that go on. Because I'm gonna ask you a question. Let's say a person is in prison for driving while revoked. That means they have a bunch of driving while suspended. Okay, now you're in prison for driving while revoked. Should you get stabbed because you're in prison for driving while revoked?
No. What kind of time?
That can happen because of a prison fight. You see what I'm saying?
I don't know if you can get prison time for that kind of offense.
Yeah, you can get prison time for driving while revoked.
You can go to jail, but prison?
No, you can go to prison, yeah. If you get like 10, 15 driving while suspended.
How extreme that is. That's extreme. That's extreme.
No, I'm just saying, well, You know, you can go to prison for driving.
Let me ask you this.
And there have been people who've done that.
Listen, you putting the cart before the horse. How about people just don't commit crimes? All right, so we don't got to go to prison, because if you're there, you can't dictate if somebody going, try to hunch on you or whatever. Just don't. We're trying to stop people from being criminals.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about Christ.
Let's talk about this torture. People like school shooters or anybody that do stuff to kids shouldn't just sit in jail chilling, watching YouTube and playing on a phone and eating hibachi and blah, 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 blah. I ain't talking about people that's in there for like writing bad checks or nothing, but we know what they in for, especially the people that you caught that's 100% guilty, like they guilty, like a lot of those school shooters be. It ain't no doubt they did it. And you get to sit in jail and lay your feet up and watch Rick and Morty and laugh and play dominoes and play goldfish and all this bull crap. And you done deleted a bunch of kids and ruined a bunch of lives. And you in jail, yeah, you got life, but the hell with that. You in there eating moon pies and shit. Man, I peel one of your toenails off every day and fillet your skin. What are we talking about here? Taking your tooth out with pliers.
Okay, the question I ask, so in those cases, you want to bring back the death penalty?
Oh, bring it back. Did it leave? I'm in Texas.
Hey, for some stuff, man. Hey, let's get jiggy with it, man. For some stuff.
Yeah, come on. Let's talk. Like we talk about all the time, men, especially for men. We are men. Men that do heinous crimes, taking advantage of women and children. Yeah, ain't no jail time. We got damning evidence that this happened. Bring out the firing squad. We gonna everything. Oh, Sparky.
Well, I'll say this. Yeah, for YouTube purposes. Yeah, I don't know. We'll let them deal with it. Well, I'll get Jeff in. Before we get out of here, I want to get Jeff and EV in. What you got, Chef Jeff?
What's up? What's up, panel? Yeah, always making me laugh. 2.5 years, still laughing. Oh, I'll be looking crazy in the gym, but I don't care because for good reason. Shout out to Mr. Walker, Gavin, Jay, EV, Mr. Wilson, always the pleasantries. And then Red Pill, now you I was actually thinking in my head, fun fact about me, my goddad, because I have godparents, he's a retired officer. He actually retired from the Army and Air Force. He did like 10 years in the Air Force, 10 in the Army. And I remember being little one time, and I would have to go with him to jail or whatever. But obviously he's dealing with something, but I'm little, I don't understand. So I'm asking all these little kid questions. I remember one time, I was like, hey, Goddad, do you have to pay to go to jail? Is that a thing? And he was like, yeah, that's the thing. I was like, so you're telling me people will commit something or do something, possibly not have the money or the resources just to end up somewhere and even be in more deficit? He was like, yeah, that's the thing. So bottom line, just make sure you're not in jail. And so to Mr. Gavin's ex, I mean, if you don't do any crime or just mind your business, you're going to be fine. And so I came in a little bit at the end. I see the craziness going to the gym. I slightly do agree with what Unc be streaming because it's looking fun, it's looking enticing, and we see how the world is going right now with all these kids making these choices, right? So we understand there's consequences to things, but when the bad ones start to look like a good one, now we have a whole different situation going on. And how do we combat that, right? How do we can't, being reactive is no longer the way forward, right? So it is our job, as men in the community and society, to be proactive for our kids, to show them this, to show them cautionary tales, be hey, this ain't you, but this could be you. But it is up to you to determine how you want your life to be. And so that's all I have. So
good to see you, Beach University.
Yeah.
Jeff.
What you got, EV?
Man, what's happening there? Good gentlemen, all my good brethren, and then the legend they call Mr. Wilson is in the building, man. I just wanted to say that the Glazed Galaxy Yam Council is now in session. Get it, Barker. Simbo. I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm going to go back to, I think I said this on one of the last shows. I watched Lock Up Abroad. And when I tell you that scares the living hell out of me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's not a place of luxury. The United States has made jail, the prison system, a place of luxury because it's pretty much like it's a workforce development, so to speak, unofficially. You know, everybody's making money off of the slave labor in the industrial complex. To Mr. Wilson's point, I do agree with him on a few things. You know, a lot of times the crimes don't fit the punishment. But then you take a look at Bonquisha, she's gotten a few people deleted down in Texas, and that's one, I mean, not Texas, in Florida, on a lie, and she's not pulled any time. So when you talk about, and I know there's female prisons, I know there are women in prisons, you know, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, there are a lot of women who don't go to prison. And they do some egregious acts and they never are held accountable for them. But then a man can go to prison pretty much for child support. His rights is taken, his driver's license is taken. I mean, his money's taken, everything's taken. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, you know, with the lockup abroad piece, for the people that commit those crimes, I'm all for the death penalty. I'm all for taking them, getting them up out of here. Do not pass go and collect $100. Because at the end of the day, they'll look at it, they're going to still commit the next crime and the next crime and the next crime. So there's no rehabilitation. I think jail should not be a fun place. I really think that. But I think jail should be for people who legitimately commit crimes. And I can end this by saying that crimes of omission and commission. I mean, you know, you forgot to pay some bill. That's not an egregious act. That's a clerical error. But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, you know, people that are committing crimes are getting off. So where is the fairness in the system?
Well, what do you say to the people that would say, well, EV, what if that was your son? Would you still be wishing this?
Let me tell you something. I was raised by old grandparents. And the reason we stayed out of jail is because if they got called, we were scared of them more than we were the police. So that's number one. So that I'm probably the wrong person to talk about that because it's like, leave him down there. I mean, that's it. Yeah, yes, my child. Yeah, leave his ass down there.
Well,
you know
no, they talk about death penalty. If we talk about death penalty, you like, yeah, go ahead, do it.
If my kid go out and delete some woman who pregnant, throwing a gun through some, yeah, he deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves it.
You do a death penalty crime? You do a death penalty crime? I ain't gonna be talking about the little Jeffrey Dahmer, my baby. Well, that's my baby. No. My wife probably would. My wife would support her kids if they was piling up bodies in a dumpster. But I ain't the one. No. Matter of fact, I'll snitch on the little psycho. Because I ain't trying to be next.
Yeah. I mean, because they're able to kill like that, they may not, I mean, they may not have no bearing who's next.
Your child is a reflection of you, especially your son to a father. That he's a reflection of you. So yeah, that goes back to the saying, "I brought you into this world. I'm gonna take you out. You out here deleting folks. I'm gonna delete you. You a fool."
I think also too another point, because I know we're all biblically sound up here, is what's the scripture for? Do not spare the rod and spoil the child. Amen. Right? Scripture tells us that we need to teach our children the way to go. Not saying that they will replicate that. Right, but I've given you the tools, and you've decided to, to use the tools in the discriminatory, act. I have to abide to who I believe in, which is God, who I put first, through me. You're on your own. Like now, what you've done is above me. You know what I'm saying? And if I were to not interact in the way the scripture says, now I'm interfering how God needs to create order. And so I definitely agree to those points.
I'll say, we'll get you in, Mr. Wilson. I know Jeff done brought the scripture in. I try not to go too deep on this. What you got?
No. What I was going to say, whether a person, whether you have a system, whether we are guided by God or not, depending on whom we see as God or whatever. My thing is this, why I said earlier what I said about being firm but fair. See, Mr. Evie said it right. If you have a lot of people can commit a crime and they have no consequences, and only certain people will go through the maximum penalties of punishment on crimes, then we have an unfair system. So yeah, if you devise a system where it's firm but fair, right then and there, like you guys say, it'll make a person think. Now, the reason I ask if you guys agree with the death penalty or not, my thing is this. You guys are the ones that are 40 and almost 50. Now, you guys are the ones who have to get in there and work with the legislation to actually create a system that you find that would you think will work, because that's how the laws get changed, are the people who actually, put their time in and make that shit happen. And so that's all I can tell you on that one. But like I say, all right, how much time should a person sit on death row before they execute it?
3 years.
Depends on how good the evidence is. If I caught you red-handed, like a school popper, a week. What the hell are we waiting on? Why are we wasting taxpayer dollars?
I'm with you.
You got cameras. You done ran up and down with the thing. You got 29 witnesses. We done caught you with the gun. We done chased you to the building. We 100% positive it's you. We ain't finna feed you no oodles and noodles, no chips. We're using electricity and utilities to board your little stanky butt a week, maybe 2 at the max. Get them up out of here. If we got you red-handed, we talking red-handed.
See, that's old.
So we got 3 years and we got 2 weeks.
Right here. That ain't that New Testament. Y'all done got soft.
I like Old Testament.
I do think that terminology is important here, though, because I think what we're talking about is very linear, right? Because one thing I grew up on, and it's kept me, being safe, is you're guilty by association, right? So it's one thing if someone does something and it's a failure, right? Let's say you're with your boys or your group and someone does something and there are cops or people around there. Now, technically, you're guilty by association, but you didn't really do anything. Should you be faced with that extreme death penalty, even though you didn't do the actual act like your counterpart? Because that's why law and order is very tricky, because there's so many nuances that go to a specific case and a situation.
Let me tell you one other thing too, and it's something I don't think anybody's ever really mentioned. But when the police body cam videos, and shout out to Walker and Gav, because I've never watched some things until I started watching SBC, until they started doing them. But I watched, and they all do the same thing. What do they say and lie? Women, I'm pregnant. That is obstruction of an investigation, because now they have to handle you differently. If the police started making them liable for lying to them, because if one of us lies to the police officer, isn't that considered obstruction?
Well, you also got to remember, at any point in time, I don't know if you cut out. I'm not trying to.
You good?
You good, Jeff?
Yeah, you cut out, but I was saying that I was having this conversation. True story. I was getting my hair cut about a few weeks ago, and my barber that I always get it cut for, something happened. And what happened was he got stopped by the police. They had to check him out, right? And so we're kind of like talking about a situation, barber talk. And you got to understand your Miranda rights. From the point of cop, being behind you or soliciting you, or then the lights go on, you're in their position. You're in their jurisdiction now, right? So it puts you in a compromising situation. However, your rights as a human being remains the same. And even you don't have to wait for them to reach your rights, because that's what's about understanding your rights. You have the right to remain silent at any point in time during a situation. However, I will definitely suggest always tell the truth during a situation, but you can always result to that. Hey, do you have an ID on you? If you truthfully have an ID on you, it'd behoove you to say, yes, I do, and give it. Then from there, because they're going to ask questions anyway, but it's better to be safe and say, hey, I have the right to remain silent because I don't know what I'm being investigated for, and you don't either. And just so you know, the cops are allowed to lie to you. They're allowed to tell a little bit of truth, covert lie to you, tell you a bit of truth. You don't know what you're going to get. But if you keep that baseline of your rights, then you'll be fine.
But Bonquisha starts out saying, and you can see it in her face, I'm pregnant. Like, they say it with such a badge of honor that it's like they know they're not going to be held accountable for that.
Don't even say I have the right to. I plead the fifth. I have the right to remain. Don't say anything. Don't talk to the police. They're asking you a question. You don't have to answer. If you've committed a crime, you've committed a crime.
Yeah.
If they need your ID, if they ask for your ID, hand them your ID. You literally do not have to talk. You have to comply with what they're asking you, but you don't have to answer questions. You have the right to remain silent.
But that's it. Because Mr. Walker, Gavin, I don't know if y'all ever did it, but I'd love to see you guys review those sovereign citizen videos.
Ooh,
I would love to see you guys review the sovereign citizen videos.
Unanswered questions. Unanswered questions.
Y'all can kill it because they be on some stuff. And
I seen the brother Red Pill. The last one I saw, they got made up license plates. They got all types of. I seen one
made up driver licenses.
Yeah, well, I seen one where a Caucasian man got away with it, but everyone I see with a black man, he tend to end up tased and thrown in the paddy wagon.
Well, no, it was a black dude here in Pittsburgh got away with it a few years ago. He had the paper. Yeah, he was going. I'll see if I can find a video one day. He got away with it.
I think we did put on display. So it's my understanding downside with that whole sovereign citizen thing. For one, good luck. Two, when you try to pursue that, it's my understanding they kind of put you on some, I don't know if I can say the word, but errorist list. Put a T in it. You know what I mean? They put you on a list and they make it very difficult for you to move on U.S. soil now. You see what I mean? So I think anybody pursuing that, you got to already be rich. Like, because you can't depend on the government to help you with anything. You're a sovereign citizen now. They gonna turn their nose up to you.
And Jay made me think about it when he said don't talk to the police, because that's all they do. Sovereign citizens be yapping when they get pulled over.
Because they wanted that's that ego, man. They want to get over. You don't have no rights over me. And I'm gonna make a caveat to what I said, just for anybody listening in any time in the future. It's a case-by-case basis. You have to use some insight as to who you're dealing with, okay, and who you are and who you appear to portray yourself as. So if the police is asking you certain questions, it might behoove you to answer them. But as far as the legality on paper goes, you have the right to remain silent. Truth and reality are different. So just be cautious of that.
There you go. So at the very least, use some common sense. Don't say anything that's going to be incriminating. And all like said, here's my ID, here's my insurance, here's my registration. Where you traveling to? Where you going? Y'all know the question. Where you going? I'm gonna choose not to speak on that. Where you coming from? Huh? Well, you got anything in the car? Y'all know how these lines are quick. That's how I start going. Nope. What you got, Mr. Wilson?
This is why I say you guys have it too easy. Back in 1978, all jokes aside, I'm homeless, I'm a teenager, I'm running around, I'm being a teenager. I didn't have an ID. The cop stopped me, we doing silly stuff. And I didn't have an ID, and he asked me to identify myself. Seriously, it's an old law on the books. If you don't have an ID, they could take you and put you in jail for 3 days until they find out who you are. See, you guys don't even think about no shit like that no more. Once that cop told me that, I keeps an ID on me. You know what I'm saying? Because seriously, that's the way it used to be in the 70s. This is why some of us say, if you guys could experience just a little bit of the 60s, just a little bit of it. I don't want to go too far. What I want to say piggyback on when you said 2 weeks in execution, now, they actually did used to do that in China. And what China used to do, they would give a person a week or two, they would execute them, and then any good body parts they would keep and give to people who need them. So that's just a thought I'm throwing out there, But now also what I want to piggyback on EV Ray, when these women jump up and they say they pregnant, to me, they should be double charged because they know they're committing a crime and they know they're pregnant. Yeah.
Child endangerment.
To me, a woman should be double charged. Anyway.
If you do something to them, you're going to get charged twice.
Say that.
And I say all this stuff, not that I've been to law school, just so everybody knows, but through proxy, I have somebody who is very, very well educated in in law and has not lost a case. So I just want to let y'all know that I have these discussions and go over this stuff. So I'm not just saying this on my backside. These law books up in here. Just so y'all know.
That's dope. That's your ladies?
Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's what's up. There you go.
That part. So here we go. We're going to go around. All right. It's been a crazy show here today. We talk about why ends are crashing out with no end in sight. We're going to go around, get y'all final thoughts. You know, we talk about the fathers not being in the house, these toxic moms, you know, here we are. What's the solution? What you got, Mr. Wilson?
Back to when we go back to crime and punishment. I mean, a firm but fair system. Toxic mom, toxic son, dad, or whoever. If you commit a crime and it's a severe crime, then you should do just as much time as you're supposed to. You shouldn't get off just because whatever reason that can be. You can think of. Now, just like when the boy ran into the police car, I felt for him. But to be honest, I'm not going to lie. Looking at it as an old school, if you get 2 to 3 years from that, call it good. But see, today, that young man will get 2, 3 years and he'd be like, ooh. And I'm not trying to say, but I'm just saying, there was a time if you hit a police car back in the 70s, we automatically just say, oh, he gone. He gone.
So
you know what I'm saying? And so that's what you need. In some cases, you need where, anyway, that as an old man, I talk your head off. Love y'all.
Well, appreciate you, Mr. Wilson. Thank you, sir.
All right, what you got, Unc B streaming?
Fellas out there, listen, be careful who you put your seed in. A lot of guys out there are more picky on who they let cut their hair than who they put a baby in. And that's weird to me. They more selective about their barbers than their baby mamas. And so it's just weird. Or what gaming system they buy. They most selective on which, am I going to get the Xbox or the Play? They put more thought into what gaming system they want than they do who they put a kid in. And that's hella weird. So fellas, the crazy baby mama stuff, all the stores, y'all see it. Just watch who you put your seed in, because 18 years is a long ass time to deal with a nut job. So yeah, that's all I got. Protect your seed, dudes.
18 plus.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it, guys. It's been fun.
Appreciate you. Don't be a stranger, brother.
Take care.
What you got, Chef Jeff?
I'm gonna keep mine short because I speak in analogies. So life is what 80%, 20% of what happens to you, 80% how you respond to it. Stay blessed, reduce stress, and how you can do that is just mind your business, stay down, because when you finally look up, you're gonna have the whole world to you. And I love watching y'all. Y'all are way older than me. I look up to y'all, but this definitely has to get out because I remember stuff like this when I was little, but it was very scarce. It wasn't too fond, but we need this now more than ever, for sure, especially what's going on. So keep up the work, and I want to be a part of what y'all doing for sure.
Yes, sir. Blessings to you, Jeff. Always good to have you, man. You've been making sense ever since you came up here. Don't be a stranger, brother.
That part. So I think what's today? Monday. We'll be back up here Wednesday. What you got, EV?
I'm gonna be very, very short. When you talked about when my man said, Unc said, be careful you put your seed in. White man told me one time, $97,000 was the most expensive piece that I've ever paid for. The most expensive piece of Kuda card I've ever paid for. So if you do the math numbers, how much you got to spend after the explosion. But I will say this, and this applies to all men, races, creeds, whatever, except gay men. But a whiskey glass and a woman's have been the downfall of many great men. Don't fall into that.
There you go. So stay out the bar, but getting drunk. All right, most of the babies is coming after the bar. I wonder what's the percentage of women that got pregnant after midnight and drunk?
Booze and coos. There you go. There's a shirt. Booze and coos.
What you got, Brother Jay?
I just want to say, take care of yourselves, take care of y'all family. That's really all you have control over, and the rest of the cards is gonna fall where they may. You're not promised tomorrow, so live for today. And with that being said, go to my channel, subscribe, listen to my music. It'll make you a better person, and it'll make you a better lover.
I sure will be. Let's shout out to the brother Jay Tillman over at Jay Tillman and Chill. Real smooth. What they call it, like neo soul.
It's just
like,
R&B hip instrumentals.
It's like the lo-fi, but it's got more of that neo, more blues to it. That's my thing. I listened to it all yesterday. That's my stuff. Go check it out for sure.
Yeah. There's a new lo-fi one that just dropped the other day. And then that's for more like background music if you want to just relax or study or clean the house or whatever.
Yep.
And I'm working on a jazz flute one right now. So that's my instrument right there. When I hear jazz flute, I'm in my zone. So I'm working on a nice long playlist for that one. So
see, I'm easy sell, brother. That's what I listen to off top. So if I'm gonna listen to you. Yeah, I was in the chat. I said, yeah, I'm listening to it right now. That's all I listen to for the most part. I'm gonna get you all your watch hours.
I appreciate it. And if y'all do go over there, just leave a comment. Let me know if it's a timestamp. Let me know what y'all vibing with, man. I'm trying to cater to the masses and try to reflect my audience. So I'm trying to build it organically. If it blows up, it blows up. If it don't, it don't. As long as you got something, man. I just feel like I'm horrible day driving, home from work or whatever. Let me toss that in, man. I try to keep everything sonic and it's a lot of different philosophical things that go into the music. So I try to play with that but yeah. So I appreciate all y'all who have subscribed and watch and listen. And more so than anything else, I would just rather have you enjoy the music. That's it.
I do for sure. I like it. You could tell. Shout out to brother Jay Tillman. Go and check it out.
So, have a good night, fellas. Chat.
Shout out to Sister Oluwa for dropping the link in the chat.
As always, appreciate your Sister Oluwa.
We appreciate y'all coming up. Like I said, today is Monday. We will be back up here Wednesday. And shout out to Major Drama. Says, how can I get one of them shirts, Mr. Walker? And he says, matter of fact, I need a hoodie too. I'll pay now. Hit the email, brother.
There you go. Appreciate you, Major Drama. Shout out to Major Drama. Everybody else in the Patreon, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah! That part. So we appreciate you, brother. Did we get Mr. Incredible? He says, what up, Jive Ninjas and Carpet for the Horse Nation? Just passing the plate. P.S. How can a young, handsome brother such as myself get on the panel?
Ooh, we dropped the link. Just hit the link, Mr. Incredible. You're always welcome. You seen these other ninjas up here?
So yeah, especially when we up here, Truth Over Lies, the link is flowing in the chat. Shout out to Olawa and the moderators, and we be dropping it as well. So yeah,
there we go. Yeah, shout out to brother Mailbox that came up here. Think he really hit the nail on the head as far as how do we try to correct these crash outs and emotional regulation. Why are we there? Why is it emotional regulation? Because that is something that the single moms by choice is not teaching. And what we are seeing is a result. The crash outs are 100% a result of no emotional regulation and the inability to control the nervous system. You know what I mean? You get all riled up. There's something I had to work on. I was raised by a single mom. There was no emotional regulation. Something happened. Kid don't do what you want, and you just get inflamed. That's insanity. That is insane, but that's what we grew up around. That's what Mr. X put Nug and Bone Quish on display. It's the same thing. They have not had enough. They were never in a environment where they could learn to control their nervous system, and they never seen it done. So as soon as something happens, you literally cry and whine over spilt milk without emotional regulation. It's that critical. But yeah, shout out to brother Mailbox Sports. He hit the nail on the head with that one.
That part. And as y'all know, this is day 12. So we'll be back up here tomorrow for Single by Choices. Make sure y'all are subscribed to all 3 YouTube channels and go over and join the Patreon for the exclusive content and to be in the Discord over there so you can communicate with SBC Nation behind the scenes.
There you go. And none of the responses are automated. See, Bogan, appreciate. No automated responses, all humans. God dang it. Preferably Mr. Walker. So yeah, ain't no automated responses. I take offense to that.
Part. So thank y'all for coming through. Shout out to Brother Blaine and Sister Ebony Dean in the Cash App and the rest of y'all coming through. The channel should be monetized. We're just waiting on YouTube. So it's out of our hands now. So it could be a day, could be a week, but whenever they done processing the channel, it'll be fully monetized and we'll be moving forward.
That's why Mr. X always, on top of us watching our language, because they got to come watch this. They might say, yeah, y'all just cussing too much. Y'all over there saying too much. Nope. Try again and just
that part. So like I said, we'll be back up here Wednesday. We'll see what kind of hot topics is out there, see what's going on in the country. Maybe we'll do another one of the wild shows. A little political. We'll see.
Politics. I'm here for all the conversations, political, religious, but it's extremely divisive. It's the very divisive conversation. I hate that for us. We can't sit here and keep it cordial, keep it civil. But nevertheless, we're going to see. Let's see how deep and dark the political and religious rabbit holes go.
That part. So we'll be back tomorrow. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button on your way out. All right. Think about choices tomorrow. Until then, I'm Gavin X.
I am Mr. Walker.
And we are Carpet for the Horse Productions.
A good afternoon.